Hi, friends.
Ah.
Welcome into the firm of Harris and Meringue. That's me. I'm Patrick Harris. Yours truly. That's Danny Meringue to my left. Casey Smith over there on the ones and twos. Old Smitty. Old Smitty.
Just like the record to reflect, did not say Danny and Dusty once yesterday.
Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
I almost did in the very first out.
Yeah.
I had a hard pause. I looked at Case and I was like, what show is this? What station are we on? Almost dropped the 1080 in it.
I used to have this problem sometimes.
It's the muscle memory, man.
Yeah, I used to have this problem sometimes when I did the Hot Corner with the great Mike Lynch, that I had to slow down and enunciate because I would say Harrison Lynch.
Harrison Lynch.
People were like, whoa, your name's Harrison Lynch? That's kind of a power name. And I was like, no.
It is.
No, it's not that. Did you have fun yesterday, Daniel?
We did. We basketballed super hard.
I'm shooting basketball.
We basketballed super hard. But we also had some Mark Cuban factored into yesterday really heavy.
Yeah?
He just decided
What's old
to get
Cubes
on
up
Twitter.
to?
He just got on the tweets, man. And I'm not going to lie.
Burner account?
No, straight up. Like he was just shooting it. He had some stuff on the WNBA and how they could kind of maybe NIL-ification of it.
How do you NIL professional sports? Isn't that already a factor into it?
Well, no, because sponsors can't pay players directly. He was talking about like
But Caitlin Clarkson, State Farm commercials. How's that not NIL?
Well, because it's not going through her team. That's kind of a deal. Like NIL sponsors could pay salaries to raise, because what the WNBA players are asking for is not going to happen.
Yes, now I follow. So it's like
a subsidy.
Like Mahomes is making too much money and it hurts the cap, so the Chiefs only pay him.
No. Like Mahomes is not able to make enough money because of the cap.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So let's just pretend that he has to go down to, say, $15 million a year to make the cap, but State Farm could come in and pay him $20 million on top of that of his salary.
Kind of
like that.
It's more of a sense of if you're a top flight women's college player, you're going to take a pay cut going to the WNBA.
Yeah,
that's actually what's happening.
If you are a marketed college player, totally.
Yes. And the same is true unless you're like a top 4, top 5 draft pick in the NBA. That's just true.
Well, now these days, yeah.
Yes. So, Cooper Flagg made $40 million that we know of at Duke.
Who's the kid? Who's the running back at Ohio State? Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
He wants his NIL. He wants to make as much money as Trayvon Henderson does.
Yeah.
Not when he was at Ohio State on a rookie deal in New England. That's insane.
But with that,
that's why I laughed. Dante Moore was like, NIL had nothing to do with me coming back to Oregon, and I was like, I feel you for the most part that you're down to try to win a natty and a Heisman at Oregon.
Lying.
But that $8 million is going to feel pretty damn good too.
But there's this whole idea of I think the top flight players, the top rookies, are making something like $240,000, if I remember right, in the WNBA.
Yeah, it's not much.
Just because you have to have years of service and all those kind of things come along with it. And so Cube's kind of proposed this idea of there's a cap to it, but you let's say you can raise it up to $1.2 million, but you're essentially subsidizing it. Now there's a cap to it, so teams in Los Angeles can't go down to the biggest car dealership and be like, "You want to come here? We can pay you this," and because
Asia, are you sure you like Vegas?
Yeah.
Would you like LA more?
Would you like LA? Would you like Miami? Yeah, Bam's out there.
Yeah. Hey.
So, and he also pointed out, though, some teams, like some college teams, will struggle with this.
Sure.
With this. And not because they're poor, but because they won't have the right systems in place. But that'll take its time and figure itself out. And I'm like, I'm actually not against this, but it does, it both muddies the waters and it clears it. In the sense of because if you want to look at this same thing, it's basically aspiration with what's happening with the Clippers.
Basically. So it was illegal, but if you can make it legal, then aspiration is exactly what it would do.
Yes.
It's not a bad idea.
It's an outside the box idea because the WNBA is asking for 27.5% of BRI and fully subsidized housing. And
oh, really?
And that's not going to happen.
No, I don't think so either.
There's a 0% chance of that happening. The math is not mathing.
I like the concept.
I'm sure. I would like the concept too.
Yeah, I would like you to pay where I live. That'd be dope.
Yeah, but that's just for teams in LA, that's not happening.
That's not happening.
New York, no, it's not happening.
Yeah, I know they don't have a Bay Area team, but San Francisco,
they do.
no way.
Valkyries.
Oh, the Valkyries?
Yeah.
Boy, shows what I know
There
about
you go.
WNBA.
Yeah, well, they just started up. But yeah, no, like that's just not happening.
Wasn't Cuban also ranting and raving that you should embrace tanking?
Yes, and we dove into that too.
Yeah.
And he had a couple of different points. To be honest, we could probably carry over some of that conversation because we hit it, but we still had a couple other things on the big thing was
A lot of meat on the bone.
yeah, I didn't hit it in closing arguments because we had the WNBA side of it because I thought that was a really interesting argument. But the pricing out, Cuban flat out called it out. We're pricing out families.
Mm.
And like that's a bigger problem for the NBA than anything else right now because they're oh, you wonder how you make fans and it's not catering to VC bros, maybe it's catering to families?
Yeah, man, I don't know how many VC bros there are in Portland, you know what I mean?
There's not a lot.
Yeah, so like
You
a model that may work in one giant
Yeah.
metropolis may not work in a medium-sized market,
Yeah.
small market.
it just I mean even in a place like Oklahoma City where you've got oil money, there's still not a lot of them.
No. It's like Green Bay, you know.
Mm.
Cheapest seat in Green Bay is going to be $700.
Yeah.
You're like, well, nobody in Green Bay actually makes that money. In fact, I don't even know how many people go to the game that actually live in Green Bay.
I bet you a lot of them do.
Yeah.
Because the what is it? The wait for season tickets is like 30-something years.
More invested in their football in small city. Green Bay, Wisconsin, or Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Green Bay.
I think so too.
Green Bay, you're right in the neighborhood.
That's
The
what I- that's what
stadium's right in the
I mean,
neighborhood.
Tuscaloosa though, you're there. There's nothing else in Tuscaloosa outside of bam, Roll Tide, you know. So
Same thing is true of Green Bay.
And in the South, you know, football's king, blah, blah, blah. But college always has that, you know, we talk about, I think I heard Suk talking about this the other day about how just the fan bases are so different between college and NFL
Oh,
and why is that
absolutely.
the case? So I'm curious, like, could Green Bay be the one exception to that rule of the
Yes.
fan base
Yes.
being more rabid than
Because-
a college?
because it's owned by the people.
And it's all you got.
Yeah. And there's nothing else out there. I mean, yeah, you've got UW in Madison, but that is
How far away is Madison?
hour.
Okay, so
it's an
not
hour.
bad. So I mean, it's not much different than being a Duck fan and driving from here to Eugene. You know, if Autzen seats 70K or whatever it is,
2 hours, but it's not that far.
If Autzen seats 70K or whatever it is, like there ain't all 70,000 of those people don't live in Eugene.
So it's basically like from here to what? Tacoma?
Yeah, I saw this at my alma mater. You know, a lot of people that come down for games come down from Spokane. It's 70 miles away. One highway, boom. Now in the wintertime, that highway is dangerous.
Dangerous. Also, if you're listening while you're driving right now, be careful.
Be careful. The boogeyman's out there.
No, the sleet and the snow was hammering a little bit earlier.
I saw it on Tuesday when I left here late at like 4, and it was kind of wild.
The brake checks were abound. It's like, guys, just let's not be dumb. I had to text my girlfriend this morning, like, hey, babe, be careful. Not worried about how you. Well, I should say I'm not worried about how she drives, but
You are.
I am.
You just let that out.
Yeah, I'll let that out. I have been in the passenger seat with her like 2 or 3 times, and I'm not good in passenger seats in general. Like I have been in a passenger seat like 10 times in the past probably 10 years. I just don't. I drive.
I can't. I'm not a control freak, but when it comes to a car,
Oh, yep. Nope.
I'm the driver.
Nope, don't like it. But she doesn't drive like a psychopath. Hi, baby, I love you. But she drives fast,
Yeah.
and I don't have control, and I'm like, oh, baby.
Buckle up.
And when I had the nose surgery, first couple days I couldn't drive, so I was at her beck and call, and it was not easy for me.
I'll just take a lift instead.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
I might.
See, that's the thing.
My wonderful wife has a problem with texting and driving.
Oh yeah, no, and
I'm on her about it
that's
all
a
the
tough
time.
one for you too.
I'm on her about it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like that in the old Harris household.
What you got to do is get her one of those hands-free, like phone stationary things as a gift.
That's what I got.
Oh, her car is a 2025 car.
Oh yeah, so
It's
it's
got
fully
everything.
integrated. Yeah.
You roll in that thing, and it's Bluetooth popped up already. You don't got to do anything. My car is 2022, and I got to plug it in
Yeah.
to get the CarPlay stuff going. Yeah.
It's tough.
I had a nice day at Media Day
You
yesterday.
did.
It's
Okay, you ducked this, and we were going to save this.
what?
You did not play the food game.
I did not.
Why?
Because I don't buy stadium food.
You're a media. You don't buy stadium food. They provide food.
But Are you talking about what the boys asked me?
Yes.
They asked me what is like my go-to stadium food,
Yeah.
like as a fan.
Okay.
And I don't buy food. I can't afford that.
Come on.
Have you seen my paycheck, bro? I can't afford that.
Don't give me that.
I'd rather spend it on beer. You know this.
You got to look, I'm not a beer guy, but you got to put something with the beer.
I eat before I go. Yeah.
Gun to your head, favorite stadium food.
Oh, I think it's tough to beat a slice of pizza
Okay.
at Providence.
Okay.
If I'm at a baseball game, I mean, I got to go hot dog.
Yes.
But at Providence, easy to go slice of pizza if I had to.
See, this is where
I'm not a popcorn guy,
I'm not either.
and I don't want sweets.
Yeah, me neither.
But I also just don't want sweets in my life. Honestly, I don't really want popcorn in my life either.
I'm not gonna lie. So the Blazers years ago used to have these little snack baskets, and they took them away. And then shout out the Blazers this year, they brought the snack baskets back. And Maggie, who's the number 2 for the PR side, she is responsible for them, and she stocks them like an absolute G.
Yeah.
Like she's got some kettle chips in there. She had some Doritos popcorn in the other day, and I was like, that kind of looks good. I'll snack on that. But she also has the High Chews, which, as you know, is
You
my
love High Chews.
is my one candy weakness that I cannot. That and Twizzlers. I like. Those are the times that will be sweets. Here's what's going to happen to you, though. You're going to get spoiled because you're going to be in the media seating. You're going to be in the press box, and you're going to have this area in front of you. You're not going to be lap eating. You're going to be eating with a table in front of you.
In a temperature-controlled room.
And you're just going to, like, when the next time you go to a game, when you're not covering it, you're like, this sucks. Because you're like, you don't have a full chair. You don't have all this leg room. You don't have a table in front of you. The food's not being brought to you in a temperature-controlled room. You're just like,
I also have the best view of the field of
yeah,
anybody.
that's the thing. Is like my media row seating. I'm at the front. I am in front of the 200 section.
Yeah,
and
it's great.
The cameras that are at mid court are 15 feet to my right.
Yeah, that's nice.
So it's like you get used to that, and all of a sudden you're just like, well, damn, this isn't fun anymore. I was treated like a king.
Well, but you can't drink in the press box.
I mean,
but I can drink at the seat.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go that route.
You're not gonna go put it in your dark colored thermos.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
We did have the back in the day. There was a post game keg in the media room.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
We have a post game keg here at the station,
Yeah, we do.
or at least we used to. I don't know.
It's back. No, it's still. There's one back over there. Just haven't
Okay.
tapped one in a while.
Kurt's basically in charge of that.
Yeah,
Kurt and Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, not my jam, but it's there.
It was just nice to be in the stadium.
Yeah.
You know.
How'd it feel?
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, gotta be like all proper and.
Ah.
No, it didn't feel that weird. I know that place really, really well.
It is. I don't think you have to be proper. You just have to be You have to kick the fandom to the side,
I know.
and that's.
It's tough in that sport.
It
I mean,
is.
it's tough in any sport.
It's tough in any sport.
But it's very tough in that sport.
Look, I don't actively cheer in the media section.
Right.
But here's the thing: if I see a dope play, whether it's for the Blazers or somebody else, you're gonna get me to go, oh damn! Like somebody dunks all over Donovan, I'm gonna go ooh. And I've had a few like media members like me and just kind of I'm like, shut up.
Reminder
Yeah.
in the press box,
Oh, God.
there's no cheering. Reminder, no cheering in the press box. Thank you.
That was almost exactly what it sounded like at Army Navy.
There was a couple cadets that
Yeah.
were like, yeah.
And it was like it was quiet enough to where we were sitting, we couldn't hear them.
No, I never heard anything.
That was the thing. It's like, let it go.
Yeah.
Don't be a curmudgeon.
Have
Have
some fun.
Like, or at least allow them to have a little bit of fun.
Oakley Dokley, we got a great show for you today. It is a Thursday. That means it's a 10 Toes Down Thursday. We'll do that at 12:15. We have big show announcement for tomorrow that we will get to in 10 Toes Down, and we'll get to at the top of the Big Nooner that will need your help in some 10 Toes Down. A first for this program. We're very, very excited for tomorrow's show, so you'll want to stick around and be a part of that. We'll need your help. We'll do that in the Nooner. Other stuff to get to today. We got a lot of college ball to get to, some baseball stuff, NBA stuff, NFL. I think we've hit the big four. And we already talked some soccer, so that's 5, because when we come back, I got a question to ask you, Danny, about the Olympics and hockey. More so on the men's side, we're seeing something that maybe we haven't seen in a while, and is it comparable to another league or another sport? And do we like it? We'll do that next. That's Danny. I'm Patrick. 105.1 The Fan. 10:20 here, Portland Sports Leader. Don't you forget it, baby. We're live from the shadows of the historic Fremont Bridge. 503-864-6326 is the fan text line. She'll let you interact with us throughout the entire day. Also, join us over on the YouTube. YouTube.com is where we are. 105.1 FM is the channel. Like, subscribe. We're almost to 8,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We're almost
Dun,
there.
dun, dun, dun.
We're almost there. A lot to get to this hour. We'll dive into some college basketball stuff. This week has been so wild, Danny, because we didn't have Monday. And then while we didn't have Monday, the weekend was All-Star Weekend, which had like a bunch of Blazer nuggies in there with Dame and Denny, etc., and just some other nuggies like that. I feel like some of the stuff we're going to get to today and tomorrow is like, yeah, dude, that happened like 4 days ago. But
It's okay.
such is life. Such is life. So we'll get to some college basketball. We'll talk Kansas State, and then a little kind of news and notes segment. A lot went down last night. A lot went down over the last few days in college basketball. Look, I'm telling you, it's time to start watching college ball.
It is.
It really is.
We got into Mick Cronin ejecting his own player.
I hoped you would,
Yeah.
because that is wild.
It was fun.
That is wild. Do you think UCLA, side note, do you think UCLA regrets going to the Big Ten?
No.
No? Okay.
That's the one thing that they're still functional in.
Yeah. Do you think Mick Cronin likes being in the Big Ten?
No, I mean, nobody in the West Coast likes being in the Big Ten for one reason only.
It's travel. Yeah, it's travel.
just look, for football, it's once a week, and
Yeah,
it's
not bad.
half the season.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball, there's 34. I can't remember if they're 34 or 36
Yeah.
in their season. But that's 16, 17 games where Rutgers, Maryland, Pennsylvania, it's just like
It's so funny on the West Coast if you're like an SC, Oregon, UW fan. I'm not counting UCLA football until they give me a reason to. You're like, man, I can't believe we got to go all the way out to Rutgers in Maryland. Imagine being Rutgers in Maryland. You're like, man, I got to go out to the West Coast and get my ass whooped. That sucks.
yeah, but at least it's LA.
That's true.
Seattle's
Seattle's a nice city.
Yeah.
I like going to Seattle. I wanted to ask you this question, Danny. Men's ice hockey yesterday in the Olympics was quite captivating for the top seeds as the United States defeats Sweden 2-1 in overtime. Canada gets by Czechia 4-3 in overtime.
Little sudden death action.
Yeah, sudden death action. And I wanted to ask the question because I think for the longest time, now Four Nations this year was fantastic in terms of seeing the top 4 nations in the world compete. They took it very seriously, was a nice aperitif for the Olympics. But it kind of got me thinking about how close this thing is, and these were quarterfinals, right? Yeah, they were quarterfinals. How tight these games were between the top 2 seeds. It's a little reminiscent of what I think basketball is going to be in 2 years in LA. That
USA,
for the
France.
longest time it was USA, and then maybe Spain had a nice
Spain,
run.
Argentina'd
have a nice run. We remember the Redeem team. Argentina won that Olympic, right?
Yeah, and then you also have Slovenia with they're going to pop up.
They're going to pop up, and obviously, as you said, France is a new
Serbia.
powerhouse.
But yeah, I've said this and I will maintain this unless something despicable happens to Victor Wembanyama. The French national team will be the gold medal favorite in LA.
And that's what I find interesting in watching hockey. Now, I need to preface that I am not a hockey guy. So most of the names that I know are on either America or Canada.
Sure.
There are a couple names that if you said them, I would recognize them, but I can't have them off the top of my head. But now I know Sweden is a better team than they were seeded. So that needs to be said as well. But Czechia came out of nowhere a little bit. Slovakia has been really good in this tournament. And that mean coming closer, I think I really like it for Olympic hockey because as exciting as USA, Canada in a final will always be, just due to the proximity and the amount of studs they have on those squads. Look, I don't want to lose my America card, but was it bad that I was kind of rooting for Sweden last night?
Yes.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to lose my America card, but I was trying to look at it non-biasedly and just look at the more what's the word I'm looking for?
Traitor?
The more parity in men's Olympic hockey as it's building and building and building. If we continue this Four Nations thing, maybe it gets to college football it and get to 8 nations. I think that's a really rad thing for the sport.
Well, yeah, but like being competitive and forcing an overtime, that is USA can keep winning. It's fine.
Because now what it is, and maybe this is a better way to explain why I was not rooting for Sweden, but
Oh,
interested.
no, you said it already. You can't take it back.
Interested if Sweden what now? Sweden curling, I'm rooting for that. Why I was kind of more interested in them winning was I like the more high stakes. Now, as a non-hockey guy, I am watching the Olympics casually. But if there's a chance that America can go down before they face Canada, that's going to put my eyeballs more on the TV. And that has to put you in a fantastic place for your sport.
You think the U.S. going down would make you watch?
I think the fact that they almost did is going to make me watch
gotcha.
more.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, that is a fair point that I think you're alluding to. If America loses,
If it's Sweden, Canada in the gold medal
do
match,
the ratings just plummet
Yes.
in America? And that would be a tough thing.
yes, like that's the whole thing. Is like we want a chance to win gold.
Yeah, I just, yeah, it's the parody thing.
No, yeah.
I like the parody thing, and I want to see it go deeper.
Remember that, and to kind of go back to the Redeem Team side of this thing, the fact that the U.S. their invulnerability was finally touched was because we didn't take it serious enough. The team that we sent was not good enough.
No, and to parallel that, that's why I really liked Stars Stripes World, because
Old young world.
old young, and I'm looking at Stars, thinking to myself, in 2 years, is it better if Team USA is Cade at the 1, Ant at the 2? You know,
Oh, the
dudes,
transition needs to take place.
dudes like that, like Steph and LeBron and KD. Look, the France, the creation of Night Night was awesome. You know, I've said this the last couple weeks. It's akin to the Warriors winning that 4th title.
I mean,
kind of like, you guys are dead to rights.
that might be Steph's crowning moment.
It might be.
Legitimately.
He's got 4 titles and MVPs.
Hitting a night in France against France with and they could do nothing about it. While you've got
And they were down big.
arguably the greatest player of all time on the other side of the court in LeBron, the greatest scorer of all time in KD, and that man pulls over 2 people.
He says, I got this. It's very Dame-esque. It's very Dame-esque.
Have you seen the interview between all 3 of them when they're talking about that?
Uh-uh.
Like, man, we're both wide open, and you just pulled.
Pass the ball,
Yeah,
bro.
they're both like this with their hands up, like
KD's on his burner account. This mofo won't pass to me.
But it was fantastic. Like that, it's an all time moment. But I think that part of it. I mean, the transition is going to have to take place, and I think you're going to need to see the same thing in U.S. hockey and Canadian hockey because you know Crosby may or may not go, but we were just talking about this. Crosby's our age.
Yeah.
He's old. This is a guy who's played. Him and Ovi have played for 20 years.
I know.
Man.
I saw a video of him talking yesterday, or a picture of him or something. I was like, dude, you look older than I do. Now I look gorgeous for my age. I'm more than happy to acknowledge that. But yeah, that transition. Yeah,
Crosby
that's
was
the other layer.
39 in August.
Yeah, that's the other layer, is the transition. Now, I think hockey, especially if you're looking at the Canadian team, I only say this because it's like one of the 5 names I know. Connor McDavid is really young and clearly a superstar, to where Sid is old, so that transition is already happening, to where in USA basketball...
McDavid and McKinnon are both.
Yeah, but in USA basketball, we need to see that more, you know. If Tyrese Halliburton is on the USA team and can't get minutes, Jason Tatum's on the USA team and can't get minutes, that makes it tough.
Yeah.
Interesting parallels, that's all. I find them to be in kind of the same spot as far as Olympics go, and if you're the Olympics, you love it. If you're American, you might be a little terrified. Dude, I would hate to lose to France in the Summer Olympics in basketball. You know why? Because it's not like the Redeem Team or the team that lost to Argentina. We might get beat.
Well, that's the thing,
And
yeah.
that would suck.
Because this is the best that we have.
Because when
right
Canada
now.
beats USA in hockey, you're like, damn it, we lost again. And it's like, yeah, you lost again because they're better.
Yeah.
And that hurts more. If you choke it, yeah, would you rather choke it and lose, or would you rather be beat and lose? Nobody is going to say choke it.
No.
Everybody's going to say, if I'm going to lose, I want to lose to somebody better.
Better than me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, USSR is still pissed that they lost to USA because they were better in the Miracle on Ice.
In every way.
In every way.
Which is why the story's so cool.
Exactly.
For us.
That's what terrifies me about 2028 Olympics. Is losing because we're not good enough.
And the crazy thing is, you're probably going to see Donovan Clingan and Cooper Flagg on that team.
I know. Little Concanipple off the bench with Ant Edwards. Start Cooper at the 4.
You're probably looking at something like
Cade,
that.
Ant, Scoot, or it's Cade, Ant, Coop at the 4.
And
Maybe Donovan at the 5. Who's your 3?
Well, I mean, Hallie's probably at the 1.
Oh, yeah, good point. Old man LeBron just to facilitate at the 3.
Jaylen Brown.
Oh, Jaylen Brown, great point.
He's going to be right on the edge, age-wise.
That's what I was thinking.
He might be the vet.
Yeah.
He might be the old guy.
And then same with Tatum. They'll both be kind of right on the edge.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure if Jaren's going to make that team.
Right.
You're looking at, Chet and Mobley.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you want size.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to need size against
Mm-hmm.
France. You'll want that diversity.
Anyway, and you
gonna-
get the opportunity to put Chet up against Wemby. So it'll be fun.
where we're all rooting for the non-American guy.
Yeah,
in
I
that
know.
argument.
I'm going to sit there and go, I can just
That's
give
where your American
yeah,
card is revoked.
Yeah, and I'm like, God dang it. I want Wemby.
I'll always ride for my boy Chet. I'll always ride for my boy.
Listen
USA,
to traitors.
USA, Canada, and women's Olympic hockey right now going on. It's 0-0 in the first.
Little stalemate.
Little stalemate right now. We come back. Let's get into some college basketball. A lot of news and nugs. We'll talk about this coach. Has he got a case, or does K-State have a case? We'll go there next. There's Casey with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This sports update is brought to you by Langdon Farms Golf Club. Langdon Farms Golf Club, good or bad weather, the golf course is always the driest around. Download the Langdon Farms app today to get all the latest news and specials. First on the fan, the U.S. Olympic hockey women's team is currently facing off against Canada for the gold medal game. This will mark the 7th Olympic final between the North American rivals, their 12th meeting overall. U.S. coming into this contest as 1.5-point favorites, and we'll make sure to keep you updated with scores throughout the match. It is currently 0-0 with 10 minutes left in the first period. Some more Olympics for you, as the women's freestyle free ski qualifier on the half pipe is coming up later this afternoon. Later on, we'll get the best of curling at 2 p.m., leading into the re-airs of this morning's coverage if you happen to miss any. And over to the NFL, as longtime Browns offensive lineman Wyatt Teller said goodbye to the city of Cleveland in an Instagram post on Wednesday, letting the team know he won't make a return to the Browns in 2026. Teller, at age 31, has been named to 3 Pro Bowls and 3 All-Pro teams in his 7 seasons. Some more NFL news for you, as Eagles right tackle Lane Johnson confirmed to ESPN that he will be returning for a 14th season. Johnson, a potential first-ballot Hall of Famer, missed the final 7 games of the regular season, as well as the Eagles' playoff loss to San Francisco with a Liz Frank injury. Lastly, your Oregon Ducks host the Youngstown State Penguins inside PK Park this afternoon. First pitch just after 2 o'clock, as lefty Toby Twist will get the start on the bump for the Ducks. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of dirt and spray. Weekday morning, 6
Now, what did I do wrong?
A little college basketball for you in your life. I hear some of you on the text line and the YouTubes. I'm not going until Fan Madness. Well, guess what? Fan Madness is back. Join the Fan Thursday, March 19th and Friday, March 20th for the two most exciting days of basketball at Tom's Watch Bar in A Casino Resort in Ridgefield, Washington, just up the street from my home turf, Dirt and Sprague. This show right here, the firm of Harrison Meringue, the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson, and Primetime with Isaac and Suk, all broadcasting live throughout the day. It's going to be an awesome time. Don't miss a minute of the action. You can play hooky with the Fan. We won't tell on you. I will pretend to be your doctor and write you a note for Fan Madness, brought to you by A and Window Nation, March 19th and 20th at A Casino Resort. We'll get to some college basketball news and notes here in a second, as a wild night last night, and just there's a lot going on in there. And I don't just mean it because we're out of NFL season. I mean it because college basketball is a little fascinating right now. Injuries, coaches,
Players checking themselves out of games.
players, Kawhi Leonarding themselves without permission.
Dropping over 20 on 18 minutes.
Yeah. I heard Ryan Clark on this morning with the Sunrise guys about whatever that's going on in Eugene. Wild time. But one of the most wild things is happening at K-State University. Jerome Tang, their head coach, I believe his first year there took them to an Elite Eight. Is that what it was? And since then has been doo-doo. I think lots of times when you see that, you can assume whoever his predecessor was, wherever you are, probably built something quite nice for you to take over. But he went on a post-game rant the other day that I'll play for you here in a second, and was subsequently fired for these comments.
Hey, I'm gonna honor Christ like I always do. Blessed to do this, but this was embarrassing. These dudes do not deserve to wear this uniform. There will be very few of them in it next year. I'm embarrassed for the university. I'm embarrassed for our fans, our student section. You know, it is just ridiculous. We got practice at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we will get this thing right. I have no answer, no words. So y'all got two questions. So whoever want to ask two questions, I'll answer them to the best of my ability right now. But right now, like I'm like pissed, and this is all right. Questions.
That is Jerome Tang, as he was subsequently fired for those comments. He had a clause in his contract that he could be terminated for cause based on anything embarrassing or detrimental to the program.
To which, of course, he has now hired a lawyer to fight this, because this has happened a few times around the country. And I'll tell you right now, the schools have lost pretty much all of them.
Yeah, I'm worried if I'm K-State. The buyout is $18 million, which is a lot for a college coach, college basketball coach. But I think it's tough too, and it feels a little rules for me and not for thee, in the sense that did Rick Pitino not do this the other day, or sorry, last season when St. John's was not playing well, or is it 2 years ago? I don't remember. Did Bill Self not basically do that last night?
Well, here's a comment earlier this week from UAB head coach Andy Kennedy. These are college scholarship players that are making more money than most people in this room. Is it too much to ask for you to make a layup? I mean, we're in bozo land, man.
Is that not? I mean, at least Tang kind of came to the situation with maybe some calmness.
Yeah.
He did not directly say we can't make layups. He's just like, guys gotta try, and guys aren't trying. I mean, Bobby Hurley at Arizona State has basically said, I can't get to these guys. Like, we're toast. This team sucks. So I'm curious as to why Tang is in the doghouse for this and nobody else. And to your point, Danny, it might be because teams know that they can't go after him for just being honest. Is that embarrassing to the K-State program, what he said?
No.
I don't find it very
It's
embarrassing.
embarrassing to the players.
Yes, maybe the players
That's
are the ones that
that's
are embarrassing.
the point. Again, going back to yesterday, Mick Cronin ejecting his own guy. It's after a flagrant foul that was just dirty. You know, he didn't go after the kid afterwards and say he's a terrible kid. He even highlighted, he's like, this isn't to say he's the worst kid and he can't recover from this and all these things, but he's like, we can't do that here.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved what Izzo said. He kind of made a joke about, like, you know, Mick upgraded him to a flagrant 2, and he's like, I know he's going to take care of things. I know he's going to handle things, and he handled like the way that it should be handled. But that's like, you know, some people are like, oh, that's crossing the line. Like, no, man, that's discipline. That's leadership. Calling things out, and he didn't throw a single player under the bus. He said a lot of these guys just won't be here because he's just telling guys flat out, this is not going to be allowed. The standard is the standard. You're not meeting the standard. Now, he can have some self-reflection and self-evaluation about his ability or inability to get to guys. That can be true. Like, it doesn't just fall on the players. It falls on him too. But the whole idea that he can be fired for holding guys accountable?
It is because I don't like you.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
There's a fracture there between the AD and the coach.
Definitely.
And look, K-State their football coach just said, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
A year ago because of the changing landscape. That sounds like a long tenured and a guy who's expected to, like, who's been with the program forever.
They said no to a bowl game.
That tells me that there's more to this than just basketball or football. There is a fracture or a breakdown in the athletic department in where things are and where things need to be and where things are going.
And K-State football and basketball have never been juggernauts in my life.
But they've always been good.
They've always been good, you know.
And they've been great in certain points.
Bruce Weber at K-State, when he was there, was pretty good. Frank Martin was pretty good at K-State. They've had great players come through that program, NBA prospects. Again, nothing ever mind-blowing or anything, but they've been good.
Yeah.
And that's a great point that I didn't even piece together. That if your basketball team is going through this, I think it's easy to say, well, the guy threw everybody under the bus, so you got to get him out of there. That's a good point. What happened in football was very, very similar.
Klein stood in for Snyder, and that was supposed to be like, okay, we got our next coach for 20 years. And he was like, nah, dog, I'm not cut out for this. I don't like.
Yeah, when you pick the guy to succeed the long term, it'd be like if Kirk Ferentz goes and you choose your guy and he's like 1 year out, I'm out.
Because, and I don't think it was, because he was successful right out of the gate. So it's not I think there's probably some of the previous coach and kind of where things were, but I also think that there is a changing landscape, and it's not just about the coaches. It's about who you have running your NIL, who your general manager is, who your athletic department, your AD, your athletic director is. Like, the things that all come with that, everything's got to be in alignment, and it's just looking at this and just kind of like using that lens of like also on the football side of things. When their football coach steps down, you're thinking, oh, it's a changing landscape. He doesn't want to be a part of the NIL era, and you can kind of dismiss that.
Sure, Roy Will wanted out. Coach K wanted out. Boeheim wanted out. We expected Izzo, but he decided to stay. The bad guys stuck around because they're good at that.
But when all of a sudden it's your two biggest, front porch, front lawn, representatives in college football and college basketball at your university, I'm starting to ask questions about the top.
I also think that there is part of it, and I hate to blow this up because I know we're over it, but it's also part of the accountability part on youth. Jordan texts in here, the best part of this is a lawyer making basically a public threat to universities that confident they're going to crush it, because calling kids needing accountability is not a terrible thing. Bleak on the YouTube, it's easier to fire a coach than fire overpaid players. That's possibly part of it too, is sometimes the perception, I don't want to say all, I don't want to generalize, but sometimes the perception of young student, quote-unquote, athletes is they don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to be told no.
Well, look, in professional sports, what do you see happen first? You fire the coach before you trade the player.
Right.
Look at Ja. Ja got his head coach. He got Taylor Jenkins fired, and he got the coach that he wanted in Tuamas Isolo, and now Isolo's had enough of his crap, and the franchise is like, we already fired the coach. We already traded away Desmond Bain, and you're still a pain in my ass. Like, what? No, you got to go now.
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
I can't win with Tua. Different situation because Tua's more of a
biracial angel.
And he's more of a doesn't have it, not necessarily a bad guy, although he had weird comments last year. But McDaniel took the fall for Tua not being good. So you're right. It is easier that way.
It always is.
And
One
sometimes
singular guy.
I don't think it's a bad thing to hold players accountable.
I don't think anything Tang did was wrong.
Now, if I go out there and I say Danny Meringue is lazy and doesn't come to practice,
He's a complete POS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he ostracizes his teammates, etc., that you probably shouldn't say.
No.
He didn't call out anyone by name.
Nope.
He called out the entire team.
Exactly.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
The coach calling out his entire team, not singling out any individual, just telling it how it is.
And if I'm a K-State fan, go Tang.
Mhm.
I'm with you.
Yep.
We come back, some college basketball nuggets from around the sport that we learned last night, last couple days, weird stuff going on, and fun stuff as well. We'll go there next. 105.1 The Fan. A lot to get to in hour number deuce here. We'll slide over to some baseball, some NBA, back into that action and web jams. We got a big show announcement for tomorrow coming up in the Big Nooners, so you'll want to stick around for that. Something we've never done here. Something we've never done, but it's just there for the taking. But some quick news and nuggies out of college basketball to kind of wrap that up. Look, Danny and I, we are more than happy to do the heavy lifting for you guys. I know Isaac and Suk do it too because they love college basketball. Their teams play each other frequently. I wish our teams played each other, Danny. Although after USC's debacle last night, I don't know. Dude, what's going on with that, side note? I love Muss, but
Yeah.
they lose by 40 last night?
But
Illinois is good.
Yeah, they will simultaneously look like one of the best teams in the Big Ten and then look like one of the worst teams in the Big
At the
Ten.
beginning of the year, I was like, oh, USC, sleeper team this year. Muss has got it rolling.
Yeah.
I can't imagine recruiting at SC for basketball is easy.
I mean, they've gotten a lot of top flight guys over the last couple of years. They've had Evan Mobley, they've had Isaiah Collier, they've gotten Elijah Arenas.
I mean, when I was at Wazoo, SC could recruit.
Yeah.
You know, I had OJ Mayo, and yeah, I remember the Mobleys when they were at USC. So a lot of cool stuff. We will do the heavy lifting for you going into the tournament so you can be up to date on everything that's going on. I'll start here with, we just talked about Tang at K-State and that situation. I wanted to ask you this question, Danny. Has there been a potential worse big-name hire in college basketball than Doug Gottlieb?
No, because
At
he was
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
still on the radio show at the same time.
Dude, this thing, I can't believe this thing is still going. He can't win basketball games. He can't coach. He can't recruit. And he's there 50% of the time. Like, what would you say you do here.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all.
I mean, I don't know what his contract looks like. I could look it up. He's just not worth my time anymore, which is really too bad. I used to be a Gottlieb guy. I used to like him on the radio a lot because he's a big college basketball guy, and I felt there were very few like college basketball nerds in the national scene. He's definitely shifted from that as a mainstream media member. I was very curious in how he'd do as a coach and as a recruiter, like the name and stuff like that. Did Urban Meyer have a better tenure at Jacksonville than Doug Gottlieb has at Green Bay, Wisconsin?
God, the fact that I didn't stop you immediately is pretty telling.
Right, right.
Yeah, that's a tough bar.
Like, I legitimately went, maybe?
Now, Herb got fired because, he was being creepy.
Yes.
And not with the team and stuff like that. But as far as big names going to a program that really needs something or could do something, the Gottlieb one is really weird to me.
I do admire Wisconsin Green Bay for trying to think outside the box and trying to energize and do something. It's funny is the gym that I work out at, there's a guy in there who has a UW SP shirt, Stevens Point, the Fighting Terry Porters, and he works out in that University of Wisconsin Stevens Point sweatshirt every day. And I'm like, if you're a school like that and you've got like a couple guys that have been in the NBA, like you probably have to do some things to like really get some recognition. Like Dame going to Weber State and now becoming their general manager, like Dame is genuinely like invested in that.
Steph Curry at Davis?
Yeah, like those guys, Dame firmly believes, because he firmly believes everything that he does, that he can get Weber State to be a power. And it's like, if you're Wisconsin Green Bay, you probably have to look at things a little bit differently and go, okay, how can we think outside the box? And I'm not mad at them for doing it. You know what I mean? Like the idea of it. But they probably bit off a little bit more than they can chew, and they're probably in the space of like, we can't buy this guy out.
They have to be. That's
You
the
know
only
what I mean?
way.
Like-
Because it's such a disaster
Yes.
that you're just going to let this thing roll on. Good luck up there. Some player notes real quick. JT Toppin tore his ACL. That is a punch to the gut.
Yeah.
Adios, Texas Tech. They have money. They'll be back. But this season, he's kind of how they go. And the other injury that really stinks in college basketball is Reggie Saunders at BYU.
Yeah.
You saw DeBonsa last night, had 35 against Arizona, and they still lost by what, 15? So as much as I was excited to see BYU in the tournament because if Saunders and DeBonsa were hot, that's a pretty nice two-headed monster going into the dance. Now I'm probably out on BYU. Sorry, Jason.
I mean, they'll still be there.
They'll be there.
And DeBonsa's the kind of player that oh, there you go. DeBonsa's, you got your ringer on?
Came from my laptop.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you sociopath. Who has their ringer on? When you've got a player like AJ DeBonsa, they're so good that in any given game like that, he can go for 35. You see what Darius Acuff did?
Yes.
Holy. Let me tell you right now, we know who the top 3 picks are going to be in the draft. And the order we're not really certain in because Darren Peterson is Darren Peterson way too hard. But after that, guys like Acuff, Mikal Brown had the 40 piece. Now Acuff's got 49. Like there are guys towards
49 is a lot in college.
Yeah, I mean it's a double overtime, but still 49. That's like 75.
35 is a lot in college.
Yeah, it is.
35 is 50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When you're putting up more than 25, you're having a big night. Like so when you see a guy like. Dame led the nation in scoring. I think he was 27 a game at Weber State, if I remember right. Like he was being able to do that, especially with that much responsibility and not having the level of talent around him. Like that's when you look at a guy and go, "That's an NBA dude." It's like Ja at Murray State or Steph at Davidson. Like when you know that the entire offense is that dude and they're still doing it, you're like, "Ooh, buddy!" And with BYU, they have one of those in AJ. Like he can absolutely crush you in every single way.
The other one is Darren Peterson at Kansas, who has been a lot. If I'm speaking correctly, for your money, has been number one for most of the year.
He's been number one the whole year.
Yeah, it's the number one guy. It all depends on what you're looking for.
It does not even that.
Yeah,
like, the talent is so. He's a 6'6" guard who is one of the best shooters and scorers in the country, but from every level. He's an elite rim finisher. He's an elite shooter. He's an elite off-the-dribble shooter. Like, he is an offensive weapon that is just – and his defensive tools are crazy.
And now this is the third specific time I can hear about his limited minutes, his disinterest in playing. Bill Self went to the mic last night and kind of questioned it a little bit.
He checked. For those who don't know, he checked himself out of a game.
18 minutes. He played 18 minutes.
And how many did he score?
What did he have, 20? Yeah. I don't know if this is Kawhi Leonard on a college level. Is this Shaden Sharp on a college level? Somewhere in between?
There's some of it there.
But it's like you're load managing. Now, to be fair, Shaden never played. He shut it down the whole season. But this feels a little like, hey, man, I'm going to go out there for 20 minutes a night. I'm going to show the scouts what I can do. And Self, good luck with the rest.
For those that are wondering, Darren Peterson played 18 minutes last night. He had 23 points on 7 of 12, 6 of 10 from 3. Okay? Like, I have said this pretty religiously. If Darren Peterson plays, Kansas wins. Like, that's how impactful, how efficient, how productive, how explosive he is as a scorer. In 18 minutes, he whooped so much ass that it was like,
see you later.
On to the next.
I wonder if he'll do that in the tournament.
Oh, if he does that there, oh, buddy.
You know what I mean?
That will hurt him.
I don't want to get hurt.
That'll hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
That will legitimately hurt him. Like,
because guys like Ben Simmons didn't play in the tournament, still went number 1.
Simmons was.
I know his body type is unlike anybody else's.
6'10".
Yeah, and plays point guard.
Yeah.
Like real point guard.
Yeah.
That I understand, but you can knock. I mean, did Anthony Edwards didn't go to the tourney, did he? Or were they one and done?
They were one and done.
One and done.
Yeah.
So it's like the tournament's not everything.
But it's not that you go there and you lose or you underperform. It's checking yourself out. It's the competitive stuff because
it's a selfish mental thing that really scares me.
Darren Peterson isn't here in the Anthony Bennett draft class.
Right.
He's got the winner of winners in Cam Boozer.
And this sounds like Sacramento takes Darren Peterson and it becomes a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
if he doesn't go to
the team that he wants to go to.
Exactly.
And it's like,
but yeah, because he's on the team that he chose in Kansas. Now I know they have Adidas ties and he's an Adidas
he's an
kid.
Adidas guy his whole
time.
But
you chose to go to Kansas. Kansas is, if my kid plays basketball and goes, Dad, I'm going to Kansas, I'm like, see you, bud.
Cool. Good
Go
for
with
you.
God.
Yep.
I love you.
Good choice, son.
Rock chalk, amigo.
Yeah, let's get into this.
But Dad, they're playing the Cougs this weekend. Who cares? Yeah. Rock chalk.
They're gonna chalk by 30.
Yes, no kidding. So you chose where you want to go. Yeah, what happens in the draft if you go somewhere you don't want to go?
Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, you've got again Boozer, who's there, who's special, and AJ is a prototype.
Is a scorer. Yeah, I'm this close from bailing. I'm this close from bailing on Peterson.
I've got some texts out just to see if I can get some more intel, and I'm not excited about what I'm going to hear back.
Yeah, if you're Dallas maybe and can sneak up high and he's on the board, maybe he'd like that fit. But again, this is I don't want Ace Bailey again.
No.
Now he's 10 times better than Ace Bailey as a prospect, but I don't want that.
No.
I don't want that at all. Let's get into some baseball here in hour number deuce. Plus, we'll talk a little NBC, their new desire for the All-Star game, plus Web Gems. Loaded hour number 2. Don't go anywhere. 105.1 FM, 1080 AM.
I'm George McCoy.
All right, hour number deuce here. You missing the first hour, you can download that, the Fan Podcast, 1051thefan.com. The Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcasts. Reminder, we're over on YouTube as well. That'll let you go back and see previous shows. If you missed them, rewind, fast forward, just not in the future. That'd be impossible. A lot to get to this hour, a little bit of baseball. We'll slide back into some All-Star Game stuff as NBC is shopping this idea for the All-Star Game, plus Web Gems takes us to the animal kingdom. And I don't know if there's an Olympic story I've enjoyed more than that this year. So we'll get to that as well. Plus, big announcement in the Big Nooner for show tomorrow. Maybe the future of this show. Maybe something this show has desperately needed. Dare I say, we will deliver. We will deliver.
We will deliberate.
Ooh, I like that. So stick around for that. Plus, it's a 10 Toes Down Thursday. Questions that we answer unequivocally, no wishy-washy. 12:15, 503-864-6326, or the YouTube chat. Danny, you know, I don't real feel good about this story. As Major League Baseball gets ready for some labor negotiations.
We saved this for you.
I figured you did. I saw it on the sheet for the next day, and I was like, thank you. I have been very optimistic with you on the air, off the air, that I believe something will get figured out in the new CBA for Major League Baseball PA and the owners.
I will tell you, I have talked to people who have power brokers' ears in the MLB. They are, I don't want to say very, certainty is too strong a word, strongly believe a work stoppage is coming.
Yeah, and then you hear guys like Cole Bassett came out, I think it was either last night or this morning, I don't remember when I read it, or when it came out, I should say, who's a pitcher, he's on the Orioles this year, said, if you think a salary cap is going to fix baseball, you are very, very wrong. And it's like, oh boy, if you think the WNBA is in a spot, now, the Players Association and WNBA are behind a giant wall.
Not only that, they are in complete and utter disarray. The things that they are asking for, I have just like, you got to start somewhere where you can get something. Like Major League Baseball, like the salary cap is going to be a huge ask from the owners.
And I think the players just want things to be like they are. Like keep everything normal.
And what the players are going to get out of this is going to be a salary floor.
If they get a cap, they're going to have a floor.
Yes, and that's the concession that you can get, and it's going to kind of the rising tides raises all boats situation. So if you're going to cap us, number one, we need a floor. Number two, there has to be a smoothing period.
Yes, oh, definitely.
Where things are being figured out, and I guarantee you one of the sticking points is going to be arbitration.
Without a doubt. And there'll be plenty more time to chat how that goes down. I believe the collective bargaining agreement ends December 1st of this year, so we'll definitely be hammering that.
Which, if they don't have movement here in the next 3 months,
they got to start talking. We got to start know what people want.
Because if you don't have framework 6 months out, the legal stuff that goes into this, it's gonna hit.
And this is where the problem comes in. Tony Clark has been the president of the MLBPA, or the executive director, I think is his official title, for the last 13 years.
And this is their sixth now in the last, 50 or 100 years, something like that?
Yeah, I had the new guy's name off the top of my head and I forget, but he's the 7th executive director of the MLBPA ever.
Yes.
Like, that is wild. Tony Clark stepped down. This story broke a couple days ago, and it was like, whoa, dude, you're stepping down? Okay, maybe my thought process, and I was listening to a little MLB Network hearing what...
It's 60 years, so it's the 7th in 60 years.
Bruce Meyer is his name.
Thank you very much. And so in my head, I'm starting to think, okay, maybe he's not in it for the long haul. Let's get the new guy in to represent the players' union for this huge CBA coming up, and he can be the voice going forward for Major League Baseball Players Association. Hold the phone. That's not what it is. It's that Tony Clark hired his sister-in-law and had inappropriate relations with her. And good God, what do I always say? Nobody hates Major League Baseball more than Major League Baseball. Like, this is, I don't want to get hot takey here or be mad, but it's like, it's the most baseball thing in the world when something so important is about to happen and something so stupid is surrounded by it.
Just gun to foot. Yosemite
right,
Sam.
dude. Like, baseball has taken so many steps forward right now of late, all right? The youth generation are finally kind of in their primes of the Tatis, the Acuñas, the Vladdy Juniors, etc. Those kids are in their prime. The vets are still studs, and Aaron Judge, and find your pitcher, whoever you want to talk about, Jose Ramirez. Casey, you and I were chatting about before the show.
Good change.
Baseball's in such a great spot. Eyeballs, the World Series last year was fantastic. It's still the best All-Star game going. And just as we're getting there, it's like
the changes to the game have been monumental.
And I was somebody who hated the changes when they were announced. I was like, how is this going to speed up the game? It's going to create more offense. It's going to slow down the game, more pitching changes. You're an idiot, Manfred. And I was wrong.
The game
very,
is faster,
very wrong.
smoother, more efficient,
more entertaining.
You've got more styles of play. You've got defensive-minded teams that are like making pushes. You've got offensive-minded teams that are really making push. Like the style, the banning of the shift. We're like, I don't really like that. And all of a sudden, it was just like, oh, different styles, different ways to build a team, different format. Now, the problem is the Dodgers came in and blew that whole thing up.
I know.
And I'm not mad at them. I know I'm Dodgers adjacent, but I'm not mad at them. They saw an advantage and took it.
And I don't know how I feel about it yet. If I'm being honest, I don't know how I feel about it. If they go win the next 3 World Series, then I might have an issue. But I don't know how I feel about it yet. I just watched Game 7 of the World Series go to extra innings, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Now, the last time there was a work stoppage was in '94. And
boy, did it hurt the sport.
The CBA ran out, but they still played games because you don't need a CBA to play baseball.
No.
But then the owners said, we're done until we get a CBA. The difference between then and now is 80s baseball is a black hole in the history of the sport. I'm a wannabe historian, and the 80s are the decade that I know the least about because it's
shout out Dale Murphy.
It's mid-market teams. There's a few superstars, but they haven't aged historically like guys from the 70s, guys from the 60s, even guys from the 90s and 2000s have. So baseball was in a rough spot when they had a work stoppage. The way to figure out to get people back into baseball was very damaging and going the steroid route or turning the blind eye to it. This is different. Baseball's in a really good spot. So I'll be curious if that benefits them. And if you kind of wipe your hands clean of Tony Clark and say, we're bringing in the new guy, he's here to usher the new era, we're ready to go, let's move past that, maybe they can help salvage that. Because this Tony Clark thing, owners are going, like, how much of a collective bargaining is that? This was the guy running your thing? Having inappropriate relations, embezzling money, improper use of benefits, like, that's how you guys operate?
I told you it was coming.
It makes me so sad. I know. I'm becoming more and more.
It's a train just barreling down the track.
And a cascade of boos rained down from the stands.
This is not something I enjoy being right about.
No, I don't think you are. You like baseball as much as I do.
Yeah.
Side note, it's one of the hidden things here that I don't think is very hidden. Every single one of us hosts here at The Fan love baseball.
We all love baseball.
We all love baseball.
Yeah.
It's the best sport in the world.
And we all have different teams, too.
That's right, we do.
We all have different teams.
That's right, we do.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Giants, Guardians, Cardinals, Royals, Mets, and Braves.
Yeah.
And the Mariners with Luke.
And the Mariners with Luke, yeah. Does Nemec like baseball?
I don't know.
I'll text him.
There you go.
We come back, we'll stick in a little bit of baseball, but a little kind of sports in general here as Steve Cohen, the owner of the Mets, foot, mouth, let's go. That's next. 105.1 The Fan.
The
Get into a little NBA chatter here in a moment. NBC shopping an idea of a pretty cool All-Star Weekend event that I actually think would be great. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. To wrap up a little bit of baseball chatter here, sliding over to the New York Mets. Steve Cohen, no doubt about it, is probably, let's see, if Ballmer's 1, is Cohen number 2 in terms of most wealthy sports owners? Is Cohen 2 probably?
I think so.
Off the top of my head. Yeah, Ballmer 1.
Because Tepper's number 1 in the NFL, and he's only $20 billion.
He's the richest NFL owner?
Yeah. Think about it. Just go
If
through your
Paul
list.
were alive, it would be Paul.
It'd be Paul. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say the Allen estate.
The Allen estate. But yeah, Tepper is number 1 at only 20? Wow. And Cohen is what? 300? I'm probably wrong on that.
Let's see. Oh, you know what? Who I forgot? They bought the Broncos. Waltons.
Oh, the
Walmart.
Waltons. Yeah.
And
Wally
then-
World money.
And then it's the Adelsons, Mavs.
Okay.
They've got Gilbert's valuation up there.
Yeah, I've got the full list right here
Yeah,
if you want
so
it.
Cohen's after Gilbert.
Oh, okay.
So-
Dan Gilbert, the Quicken Loans, bro?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's Ballmer, Walton, Adelson, Gilbert, Cohen, then Tepper.
Stealing money from people who needed an advancement.
Also
Shocking.
says Stanley Kroenke is on there.
Oh,
at
Stan- I mean-
18 billion.
Yeah.
Stan Kroenke owns what? The Avs?
Rams, Nuggets.
Rams,
Nuggets,
Arsenal.
Avs, and Arsenal.
Arsenal is just through his holding and his son. So-
Oh, okay. That's the nepotism passed down.
Yes.
Less taxes, et cetera, et cetera. Steve Cohen came out the other day and had some comments based on what the team looks like. There's been a lot of conversation of will the Mets name a captain. The Mets have had, let me do this right, 3 captains? 4. Gary Carter, not Don Mattingly, Keith Hernandez, David Wright. That's it. So 3. And
John Franco.
John Franco, thank you. God, I knew there was 4. Trust yourself, Harris.
Guys that are long timers.
Long timers and very much the faces of the Mets outside of probably Tom Seaver and maybe Mike Piazza. Those are the most recognizable Mets in their franchise history.
In modern history.
In modern
for sure.
history, yeah. There was a lot of rumors going around that Francisco Lindor would be named captain of the New York Mets to add his name to that list. I know him from his time in Cleveland. By all accounts, he's a very likable guy, very team leader, ambassador of the game. His nickname is Mr. Smile. Steve Cohen came out and said this about naming a team captain.
Is there any movement to name a team captain, or is that something you don't think is necessary?
As long as I'm owning the team, there will never be a team captain.
Really?
Okay, that was my decision. My view is the locker room is unique, and let the locker room sort it out year in, year out. And so.
So you're not saying that there'll never be one? But
No, there'll never be a captain.
Oh, there'll never be a captain.
There'll never be a captain.
When did you make that decision?
I've felt that way all along.
Really?
Yeah.
There will never be a captain in the history of New York Mets. Now, baseball's a little weird one that not every team has captains. You kind of have to in football. You have to in football. The C on the sweater in hockey. There are some sports where you need a captain for certain interactions. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but in the Premier League, only captains can talk to referees because they're tired of the
Everybody coming up and whining.
yeah, and yelling and belittling referees, whether they deserve it or not. So you don't need one in baseball. I mean, the most famous captain of my lifetime is Derek Jeter,
The captain.
obviously. So you don't always need it.
Number 2.
But
And before that, number 2, it's the captain in that call
what?
for the Yankees.
John Sterling?
Yeah, he drops the captain every now and then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and so they have him. Aaron Judge is Aaron Judge is the captain, right? Did they name him
I believe so.
captain?
I, don't know if
believe
it's
that was part of
official,
his
but
contract.
Yes.
I believe he, when negotiating with the Yankees, wanted the accolade.
Ooh, I don't like that.
That was a big thing why the Yankees got him instead of the Giants. Was
Yeah,
they
he
offered
is the current and 16th captain of the New York
I don't
Yankees.
like that at
Giants
all.
Since
had
2022.
Giants had the same money, same years,
I don't like that.
and he wanted to be captain of the Yankees.
I don't like that at all.
Baseball's a weird, fickle one. Now, the concept. Now, I like what he's saying that Major League Baseball locker rooms are all individual year to year. 100% get that. The dugout is a sacred place. That is probably some of the most, as we're seeing with KD and his burner accounts. The MLB locker room is some very serious no tell. What happens here stays here. chicken and beer in Boston was exposed. Big scandal, right? Girls, heaters, whatever you want to call it.
Golden thongs,
like, hazing, etc. Like that stuff goes on. So I understand the idea of keeping the locker a sacred place. I don't love that he says never. And I think it's because...
But he is putting the onus on him.
He is, because I worry that Steve Cohen wants to make sure nobody is bigger than him. That's where my brain went in this.
I mean...
Because just because you name a captain, when Judge retires, if there's nobody on the team that is captain worthy, nobody becomes captain. Who was the last one? Jeets? Jeets is the last one, and so you got to fast forward 10 years later?
Oh, they're not going to Volpe?
To get another one? No, it is not Anthony Volpe.
Stop it.
You see what I mean? Like, you don't have to have one.
No.
But if somebody comes along, especially if you're paying him 10 years, $350 million,
your Albert Pujols comes along, your Yadi Molina comes along.
That's my captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, like, the Cleveland Guardians, like, our best player is Jose Ramirez. He doesn't need to be the captain. No. If he is the captain in the locker room, go for it. But there are specific players.
And it's not always the best player, too.
Right.
I mean, yes, AP was the guy for the Cardinals, but it was Yadi.
I believe the clubhouse leader in L.A. is Freddie Freeman. He might be the third best player on that team.
But he's just beloved.
Yeah. He's kind of he's the captain. Thurman Munson was a captain for the Yankees, and they had Reggie Jackson. Yeah, I don't love this concept.
Mookie is the captain in L.A.
There you go. It's not Shohei. It's not Yamamoto or Blake Snell.
It's a beloved guy.
I just don't love never.
I get what you're saying. There are owners, I would say probably the vast majority of them, they got to where they are being ego-driven.
Sure.
Self-centered.
Sure.
You don't. Nobody is worth billions upon billions of dollars and not the most important person in their lives.
But what if a player comes along who is the caliber of Shohei with the charisma of Ant Edwards and the no off-the-field drama of a Josh Allen? LeBron. Yeah. Like, what if that perfect person comes around and you're like, I'm good.
I think you can revisit that then.
That's why I don't like the absolute. Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
There you go.
And I firmly believe that.
I also think
although
it's
that is
hard.
an absolute statement.
I think it's probably hard for Cohen. I know he's probably not wanting to, but David Wright was their last one. Do they have a guy?
But that's what I mean. Like,
or is there guys around the league that are going to be like David Wright?
The rumor is it's Frankie Lindor. And that could be my rose-colored glasses, my bias, because he's one of my favorite players I've ever watched. So I'm fully willing to acknowledge that could be me. But by all accounts and purposes, Team Puerto Rico, the captain's Frankie Lindor. And I don't know. I guess I don't know what Cohen is so concerned about in naming a captain.
Do you think that he's concerned about it inflating someone's ego when he has a $200 million right fielder?
Maybe. Yeah, will that piss off Juan Soto?
If I'm Juan Soto, I'd be pissed. I'm the reason people are coming to see me. Francisco Lindor did great the past few years.
That's why Judge got in his contract.
Ooh.
Easy ride.
Frankie Lindor is pretty damn good.
Juan Soto is
top 5
generational.
Juan Soto's going into Hall of Fame now.
Yeah. I wonder, is that why Pete Alonso's not in New York? Is that why he's in Baltimore? Like, dude, this Juan Soto thing, I've talked to some guys about Juan Soto. He's really good, but I'm out on this.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. I just love Frankie. My wife sleeps in a Cleveland Indians Frankie Lindor t-shirt.
Hey, look. Keep your kinks to yourself.
Super hot. We'll get to some NBA All-Star ideas as NBC is shopping this idea. We'll go there next, but there's Casey with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the U.S. Women's Olympic Hockey team is currently facing off against Canada for the gold medal game. This will mark the 7th Olympic final between the North American rivals, their 12th overall meeting. The U.S. came into the contest 1.5-point favorites, but Canada currently sits with the 1-0 lead here in the second period. Some more Olympics for you as the women's freestyle free ski qualifier on the halfpipe is coming up later this afternoon. Later on, we get the best of curling at 2 p.m., leading into re-airs of this morning's coverage if you weren't awake for any of that. Over to the NFL as longtime Browns offensive lineman Wyatt Teller said goodbye to the city of Cleveland in an Instagram post on Wednesday, letting the team know that he won't be making a return to the Browns in 2026. Teller, at age 31, has been named to 3 Pro Bowls and 3 All-Pro teams in 7 seasons. Some more NFL news for you as Eagles right tackle Lane Johnson confirmed to ESPN that he will be returning for a 14th season. Johnson, a potential first-ballot Hall of Famer, missed the final 7 games of the regular season as well as the Eagles' playoff loss to San Francisco with a Liz Frank injury. Lastly, your Oregon Ducks host the Youngstown State Penguins inside PK Park this afternoon. First pitch just after 2 o'clock as lefty Toby Twist will get the start on the bump for the Ducks. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for the Oregon Ducks, the Fan Sports Network.
I'm gonna need somebody's hand. I'm gonna need someone.
Web Gems coming up next. Everybody's favorite giant announcement in the Big Nooner. Stick around for that. Plus 10 toes down. Get those in. Bunch coming across. 503-864-6326 or the YouTube. Everybody spent a lot of time. I don't know, Danny. I haven't quite caught a lot of this, so you tell me. You're more plugged in than I am. Most people saying All-Star Weekend was a success.
Success.
Yeah, success.
Dunk contest at least had a little bit of vibe to it, but the All-Star games themselves were good until the very last one. They were all competitive. You had 2 overtime ones. 3-point contest featured 2 stars, the return of Damian Lillard and a young star in Colin Knippel. Like
Devin Booker there as
that's
well.
What I'm saying
too.
with
Yeah,
Book there,
with
2
Book,
stars
yeah.
with Dame and Book. You had real juice to it, and the shortened games, I think, was the kicker.
I think so,
it
too.
made it more competitive in shorter bursts, but it still has a ways to go. But it did redeem itself.
I think you said it best on Tuesday. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
And that's a big step for them.
Or in the past, I've been like, I don't want to watch this.
I wasn't going to watch, and I happened to catch the first game of the All-Star game, and I couldn't leave the TV.
Here you go. From NBA Communications just a little bit ago, more than 46 million people in the U.S. watched All-Star Weekend across NBC and ESPN, the most in 24 years and triple last season.
Now, does any of that have to do with the NBA or the Olympics being on NBC?
Some people are saying because the people
Like
are
you just
doing
didn't
crossover.
turn your channel?
Yeah. Maybe.
I'm sure there's some of it. They'd be ignorant to say
but
no.
triple?
That's a lot.
I know for me, I was quad boxing it. I had the Olympics on 3 different, and then the All-Star game in 1 box.
Yeah. But I also think NBC being this, the presentation, people caring about the game.
Yeah, NBC does. NBC's carrying the torch for TNT since they don't get it anymore.
Yeah, NBC and Amazon, start the drinking game. NBC and Amazon are lapping ESPN and laughing with their product. It's not close.
I agree.
It's as it pertains to the NBA in particular, NFL, ESPN's still up there for sure, but I think Amazon's best in class.
I'm
for
excited
NFL.
to see what Amazon does with baseball. I think they're going to do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Bros sitting on couches talking about ball.
Yeah. Oh my God. Put people who care about your sport and let them talk about it and present it in like the NBA on NBC. The most subtle of changes, showing introductions.
Yeah.
Giving just a little bit of juice, watching the lights dim on the TV and bringing the experience into the home. Oh my God, it made it so much better.
NBC is shopping the idea of adding to All-Star Weekend this event, Danny. 1-on-1. Maybe like a half-court, 1st to 11 sort of situation. Now, when it comes to the All-Star game, I feel like there's been a lot of ideas that have been thrown around there. But the number one thing we all go back to, and this is the problem with the NBA right now, is will guys actually try? A one-on-one tournament, if guys actually tried, would be maybe the greatest thing to happen to the NBA since 5-on-5 basketball.
If guys actually,
We've never seen it.
Here's how you. So the biggest hurdle here is ego. It's the single biggest hurdle. It's ego. Somebody getting embarrassed and somebody getting crossed over.
Who wants to get dunked on by Wemby?
Now, we had this discussion outside before the show, just kind of like what it would look like. And if you're taking guys in their prime and in their peak and like the recent, current players, it's Kevin Durant. He's, for my money, you can argue with me until you're blue in the face. Kevin Durant's the best scorer in the history of the game. You can take Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, all those kind of things. Kevin Durant is an elite rim finisher and the best mid-range shooter the game has ever seen, and a volume 3-point shooter, and he's 7 foot tall, and there's nothing you can do to stop him from getting to his spots. Like, if you gave me prime Kevin Durant, give me him even against Wemby. Like, there's just nothing you can do with him. And if you want to put a guard in that in modern era, it's Kyrie. Kyrie's handles are the best handles that have ever existed.
Yeah, you mentioned Kyrie and you perked my sports pants up. You know I love Kyrie.
Kyrie is
my favor's ball handler.
Yes. It's the best handles in the history of the NBA.
He's quietly becoming my favorite point guard of all time.
I mean, he's also one of the best rim finishers for guards ever. His bag is, when you talk about bags, nobody
Unlimited.
If you want to say Havlicek, fine. Like those are the two bags in NBA history that were just so much better than everybody else's that had ever played the sport at that time. People are like, well, Havlicek did in this era. Like, yeah, and he was also going behind the back in the freaking 50s, man. Like,
I saw some white chocolate highlights last night. Ooh, baby.
But that's the thing.
I just watched some Pistol Pete ones too.
I'm sorry, I said Havlicek. I meant to say Pistol Pete. Thank you. Like, if there was a study done that said if Pistol Pete had a 3-point line, he would have averaged 50 a game.
Now, if
like that's a bag, dog.
But I think what would be really fun is it's not just, thinking about who would be the best too, although Kyrie would really get my juices going. But it's finding the right matchups.
You have to have a guard division and a wing or big
Anthony
division.
Edwards v. Ty Halliburton.
No.
I want to see whoever Jimmy Butler wants to break down.
Yeah.
Because that's what
Jimmy
Butler
Buckets.
does
That'd be
best,
great.
is
Jimmy
picks
Buckets,
you in an
Jaylen
ISO,
Brown.
breaks you down.
Well, I
Jimmy
mean,
Butler, Jaylen Brown, like that would be fun.
Jimmy Butler. I mean, Jimmy's probably one of the best examples of this. The dog in them per 36. Remember what he did to Karl Anthony Towns in a practice? Embarrassed him in front of his teammates and basically just took him one-on-one and cooked him over and over and over again. Then walked out of the practice facility, sat down with an interview with Rachel Nichols, and told everybody how trash everybody on that team is. That's who I want in a one-on-one contest.
Yeah.
But there's also, there are guys like, we were kind of jokingly said Zach LaVine. Put Zach LaVine in a one-on-one in his prime.
Crazy athlete.
Crazy athlete with those handles.
We were watching Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon in dunk competition. I'd watch them one-on-one.
Yeah.
I'll take Gordon in that fight, but I'll watch them one-on-one.
But there are guys in the league, like, look, Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is a walking bucket. You put him in open space. That's the thing is like, Giannis would be a force, but is it going to be entertaining? No, because he's just going to bully you. Like if you're asking me like one-on-one all time, give me Shaq. Because he's just going to walk you down to the rim and dunk on you.
Well, I was trying to think of like the center division. If you try to put like Jokic on Wemby, I think that would be very, very difficult.
But I think it'd be very fun.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just Wemby shooting over the top, Jokic hitting Wemby with 19 head fakes, spinning up and under, just showing the footwork. To be honest, a guy like Sabonis could cook in that.
Yeah. Sprague said it best when we were talking about this before the show. Like, can you call your own fouls?
I think that's
true
where,
YMCA rules.
I think that's where a player like Denny Avia would shine the most.
Yeah. It really would in a one-on-one. There are certain guys that are tailor-made for it. Now, Kyrie, to your point about the bag of tricks.
Also a 50, 40, 90 shooter. Like, that's the thing.
He's got the bag of tricks all over, but him one-on-one, that's where them handles come in. And him he is built for one-on-one.
Here's where it gets interesting. How many rules do you put on it? How short is the shot clock? How many dribbles do you get? Because the guys do this in the summertime all the time. Start with the ball above the break, 3 dribbles.
The dribbles is the most important thing.
But then a guy like Wemby or Giannis, that's where they can just take over because they're so big they can eat up so much space.
And Jokic can shoot from anywhere.
Yeah, and Wemby can shoot over anybody.
I like that NBC is trying to take some onus on figuring something out.
They're looking at the slam dunk contest and saying we can't do this, but maybe. And here's the thing: to conquer the egos, there's got to be money.
Well, of course.
I'm talking. It's got to be like a $2 million prize.
Yeah, dude, because I don't want to see Matt McClung and Cedric Coward go one-on-one because
Honestly,
those are the only ones that want to do it.
I don't care who it is.
You just want to see the one-on-one.
Honestly, if you want to give me Cedric Coward, but also Ant Edwards is out there, I want to see guys take on anyone.
Yeah.
That's what I want to. And more than anything, what I want to see is Ant Edwards coming out there and going, I want the smoke. I want Hallie. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see Wemby go look at Chet and go, hey,
Let's settle this.
You now.
Spider comes out and goes, no, Ant, you don't get Hallie. You get me.
Glass breaks.
Yeah.
Spider comes down from the ceiling, going full WWE. Yeah. Give me that. Hell, go full wrestling theme. Here comes Damian Lillard. Just straight out of nowhere, strutting. Yes!
Make it a Royal Rumble.
Some guy gets.
You could cook with this idea.
You get first person to 6 points, first person to 7 points. You get to 7 points, and then that guy goes out and
King of the
someone
court.
comes in.
King of the court, baby.
Oh, man. And just the entire time, you can just, while everybody's playing,
You can get the old versus young. Let's say it's Ant against KD. KD, Ant bites on a pump fake, goes to the rim to lay it up, and here comes Ant Edwards out of nowhere to just pin it off the glass.
Look,
ooh, buddy.
Here's also what we're kind of learning. Look, NBA, you want to be an entertainment league? Lean into it better. Like, be entertaining.
What did we talk about yesterday?
Royal Rumble. This is a great idea.
Be entertaining.
Yeah.
Web Gems is next. Everybody's favorite. Oof. I need to splash my face with cold water. 105.1 The Fan. All right, this is Web Gems, everybody's favorite. Do it every single day at 11:45. Coming up next in the Big Nooner, a giant announcement for the show. You'll want to stick around for that. Talk a little NFLPA as we talked MLBPA earlier, and it's a 10 Toes Down Thursday, so get those questions in. We'll need some of your help with our giant announcement in 10 Toes Down, so stick around for that as well. 503-864-6326 is the Fan text line if you have any of those questions that Danny and I have to answer unequivocally. Yes or no, no wishy-washing. It's been one of the hardest things in my entire life to be 10 toes down. I am born 5 toes down. I am born on the fence. Well, I just, I live in this world.
I wish that I could bake a cake made out of rainbows and smiles, and we'd all eat it, be happy.
That's where I kind of live, unfortunately.
Girlfriend's son had never seen Mean Girls.
Top 3 movie of all time for me.
We threw it on there because my girlfriend had dropped a line. It just was not sitting in my head where it was from. She called my dog a homeschooled jungle freak, which is the line that Sarah McAdams yells out right before she gets hit by the bus.
Rachel McAdams.
Oh, sorry, I said Sarah McAdams. Rachel McAdams, right before she got hit by the bus. And it just, I knew the line, but I'm like, what is that from? She's like, and she wouldn't tell me. And she just put it on. And then when the line came out, because she said it to me and her son, and as soon as it came out, we both looked at her, and she just had this, I don't want to say evil, but just the most perfect grin on her face. I forgot just how funny that movie is, and also how loaded that movie is, and also the fact that Rachel McAdams ended up being she's the most evil person in that, and she ended up being the most normal of all of them.
Is she? Amanda Seyfried seems pretty normal. She does weird movies, but good movies.
Yeah.
Poor Lindsay, my girl Lindsay.
Yeah.
I do love my girl Lindsay. We are pro Lohan and pro Cyrus in the Harris
Herbie
household.
not too long ago.
You just watched what?
Herbie.
No, yeah.
Oh, is she in the reboot of that?
Yo, dude, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that
It's
one.
her and Justin Long.
Oh, I like Justin Long.
Oh, Herbie the Love Bug.
I like the original one a lot. Maybe I will check that out. We watch all the new Netflix Hallmark-esque movies that Lindsay does. We're pro Lindsay Lohan.
I bet you those checks still cash.
And we're pro Miley Cyrus in my household. I own Miley on vinyl, dude.
Ooh. There you go.
Endless Summer Vacation, banger.
There you go.
Album slaps.
Homeschool Jungle Freak.
She's got some hits.
Big hits, dude. Flowers is like my go-to karaoke song these days. Web Gem story today brought to you by the Olympics. Nothing says like I've been cross-country skiing for over an hour, and as I am about to pass the finish line, pay no attention to the fact that I'm going to finish 17th and the person next to me is going to finish 18th. Oh, no. Right behind me is a wolf. Did you guys see this video?
Oh, yeah. It was awesome. You
Dude,
kidding me?
It turns out that it's actually like a dog.
It's a wolf dog.
A wolf dog because
Yeah.
it had like a collar around it. When I first saw the video, the first question I asked is, do you just lie down and become the most famous athlete of all time and either the wolf mauls you or you start rubbing its belly and it starts rolling and laughing and got its tongue out and its tail wagging?
See, I am...
Because you ain't meddling, brother. I know it's tough to finish that cross-country ski, but like, what's another 20 minutes if you're playing with a wolf on the course?
The funny thing about it is the wolf dog finishes the race, but it's...
And then instantly sniffs a butt.
Yeah, like... Maybe it's because I am so pro dog that if it is friend shaped, it is friend. And that dog, at no point in time, the first time I saw the video, I was like, "Oh, it's a wolf dog." Like he's smiling.
Oh, I saw it as a wolf.
See, I saw it. And I saw smiling.
That's a good point. He's smiling.
He's a smiley dog.
Wolves, feral wolves, I bet, are not happy because they're looking for food 24/7.
Also, have you ever seen an actual wolf?
No.
Brother, there's no mistaking an actual wolf. They are huge.
Yeah.
They are enormous dogs.
Yeah, they're scary.
They're beautiful though.
They're not endangered anymore.
One of the coolest things I've
so happy.
ever seen in my entire life. Driving back from Texas to Oregon, I'm in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, big sky country on the freeway, rolling hills and mountains. I mean, glorious day. Windows down, sunroof open, and a couple cars in front of me are slowing down. And there's not a ton of traffic. It's the middle of nowhere, Wyoming. But I just see it slowing down. I'm like, what are we slowing down for? And I look over, and it is a pack of wolves taking down a bison in the middle of the freeway. And it's like happening on the freeway, and it kind of goes into the in between like little valley. Because it's like there's probably like 200 yards between the eastbound and westbound lanes, pretty wide because of the topography. But we all just stop and we watch it happen.
I think I got really excited that it was going to be a real wolf because in today's world, with capitalism and globalization and tearing down the rainforests, etc., you would think at these kind of like giant events that feral animals don't exist. Like you see a squirrel sometimes at a baseball game, or like a cat.
They also have people like running them off.
Mm-hmm. But the concept of like, why are the Norwegians so good at cross-country skiing and shooting? Because they've probably been protecting themselves while cross-country skiing for hundreds of years.
It's like the whole idea of like, why does Iceland own like the majority of the world's strongest men? It's like, well, that's actually where the Hercules gene comes from. And every single strongman that has ever existed, that's ever won that event, has that gene. And it's like, oh, that's right. There's only like 39 bloodlines on the entire island. And do you know this? There's either 38 or 39 bloodlines on the entire island of Iceland. And if you go get married, you have to go get a blood test to make sure you're not inbreeding.
Not directly correlated?
Yes, like you're not directly related, but they're all massive humans. But going back to the dog part of this, you thought about this, and I almost wanted to scowl at you because like, come on, it's a dog. But I think it was the Austrian skier. She was like, I didn't know what to do. I was afraid for my life, like this thing was going to eat me. And I'm like, have you never seen a dog before? That dog was just like tongue out, happy as he's crossing the finish line.
Dude, maybe because I'm an idiot, but when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, is that a wolf?
I guess.
And then I realized it was a dog.
Yeah.
But at first, the way it was, I was like, oh my God. Just seeing snow and you feel like in cross country, you're out in the middle of nowhere. It just circumstantial, situationally, I thought it was a wolf.
You know, my girlfriend's got this.
And maybe I'm dumb, which is very possible.
100-pound German Shepherd, and the way that people look at me when I'm walking him, like the fear that comes over them, I'm just like, it's a dog, bro. Like, how many of you people have had bad experiences with dogs in your life?
Me.
Like, but you know what I mean? Like, it's
Casey as well. Yeah.
Dude, I've been bit by dogs, and I don't care.
Oh, I do.
I love dogs.
It happens. You know,
Yeah.
if you're around them, you're gonna get nipped a few times.
Bleak brings this up on the YouTubes. He's totally right. The cameraman at that point, you pivot.
Oh yeah, the cameraman does not go to the event. The dog walks in front of a cameraman
and
a foot
he
away.
goes, whoop.
Yep.
And the dog starts coming towards the cameraman. Dude, if that cameraman doesn't move over to the wolf dog, the director in the TV boot in the van in the truck is screaming into his ear, "You do not take that camera off that dog."
It's like when you get the cell phone video of the street fight. There is a video out there that it went kind of viral. I want to say about a month ago, a little bit more than that, of a guy. There was a street fight going on, and he had a pretty good angle, but then all of a sudden, like, traffic started blocking it, and he keeps the phone on the fight as he has to go around like a freeway pillar, like an overpass, but he like hustles across it and like it improves the angle and makes sure that you can keep, like, all the comments are like, this is how everybody who ever takes amateur cell phone footage, this is what you take notes from. This guy saw the assignment, got his assignment blocked, relocated without like dropping the phone or turning it off or disconnect, like, so you can still hear the audio, relocates, gets the angle, zooms in, keeps it in, like, it's just like tick, 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 tick. Like the cameraman knew the assignment. That just matters.
That makes me think of the kid with the bong in the meme with the two girls fighting, and he's in the background. He's like, aware enough to grab the bong and hit it while they're fighting.
That's of course where your head goes.
Again, it could have gotten a lot worse. I'm reading an article that says in the 1904 St. Louis Olympics,
See, this is what I'm talking about.
a South African runner was chased off a full mile off course by a pack of wild dogs.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, we're St. Louis.
1904 St. Louis Olympics.
1904, dude.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
Yeah. We
dude.
don't have cars yet.
We don't have cars.
Yeah, we're wild dogs.
So we don't really have like paved roads.
What kind of wild dogs do we have in St. Louis?
Well, I think there's wild dogs all over, uncivilized areas, and they wander in looking for food. I've decided the next dog I get is going to be a wolf dog.
I mean, they're dope.
That dog was awesome.
I mean, they're just cool looking dogs.
Super happy, super stoked.
Dude, oh my God, I'm finding out further details about this. The marathon occurred on a hot, dusty dirt road with limited water, causing the majority of the participants to suffer severe distress. What participants were caught taking naps, riding in cars, and being fed brandy.
Riding in cars in 1904?
I mean, you did have cars, but
these are the elite
The
cars.
more I read this story sounds racist.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't put it that way. It could easily make that pivot, right?
A pack of feral dogs appeared on the course and targeted the South African competitors, who were the first black Africans to participate in the modern Olympics.
And what are Africans good at? Long distance running. So someone grabbed these pack of dogs and said, like rubbed a towel on their sweat and fed it to them and said, go get that one? That's terrible.
Ooh.
It would happen.
There's reports here of often stray dogs were supplied with food near events.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
The first place winner was fed rat poison and brandy and was carried over the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe minus
the
racism, but I kind of want to go back to that.
There's a guy who hitched a car for 11 miles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we might need to do it. Like, this might be a summer topic. We might need to do a deep dive on the 1904 St. Louis Olympics.
Fourth place, ate rotten apples and took a mid-race nap.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, naps that were had. Like,
this is like feeding LT hookers and cocaine before the Super Bowl.
And going, let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. And then he went out and won a Super Bowl. Yeah. When we come back, the Big Nooner is next. Big show announcement. You want to be around for that. Plus a little NFL PA stuff and 10 toes down. Don't go anywhere. One more to go. 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the U.S. Women's Olympic Hockey Team is currently facing off against Canada for the gold medal game. This will mark the 7th Olympic final between the North American rivals. That game is currently 1-0 as Canada has the early lead as we get into the third period. Some more Olympics for you as the women's freestyle free ski qualifier on the halfpipe is coming up later this afternoon. And later on, we'll get the best of curling at 2 p.m., leading into the re-airs of this morning's coverage if you happen to miss any. Over to the NFL as longtime Browns offensive lineman Wyatt Teller said goodbye to the city of Cleveland in an Instagram post on Wednesday, letting the team know he won't be making a return to the Browns in 2026. Teller, at age 31, has been named to 3 Pro Bowls and 3 All-Pro teams in 7 seasons. Some more NFL news for you as Eagles right tackle Lane Johnson confirmed to ESPN that he will be returning for a 14th season. Johnson, a potential first-ballot Hall of Famer, missed the final 7 games of the regular season as well as the Eagles' playoff loss to San Francisco with a Liz Frank injury. Lastly, your Oregon Ducks host the Youngstown State Penguins inside PK Park this afternoon. First pitch just after 2 o'clock as lefty Toby Twist will get the start on the bump for the Ducks. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Recruiting with Andrew Nemec, Thursday evenings at 7 after Isaac and
All right, 2 down, 1 to go here. The firm of Harrison Meringue. We do this bad boy every single Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Happy to have you. Happy to be a part of your day. Coming up after us, we'll send it over to, is it Duck Insider today?
2 hours.
2 hours.
Happy hour today.
After us, we'll send it to Bonus Hours. It's all this week, right? Bonus Hour.
Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday. Oh, today's Thursday. My bad. This week, Bonus Hour of Happy Hour with Luke Anderson from 1 to 3 p.m. Then he'll turn it over to Prime Time with Isaac and Suk from 3 to 7, finishing off 13 hours. Hold it. Bonus Hour today. Recruiting with Andrew Nemec from 7 to 8, finishing up 14 hours of live, local, continuous regional sports talk radio. We'll have 10 Toes Down coming up here in about 15 minutes. So get those in on the fan text line, 503-864-6326. That's 503-864-6326. Or over on the YouTube chat. Danny, we've got a big announcement to make. Casey, you're a part of this big announcement. Something that has never happened on this show before. Tomorrow, in the Big Nooner, we will have our first ever court case here on The Firm.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's time to happen. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. This person needs to atone for their potential atrocities. And we will be putting Adam Silver, commissioner of the NBA, on trial tomorrow. Now, I gave Danny the choice of which way he wanted to go. You have chosen, Danny, to represent Adam Silver in the case of why he should be the NBA commissioner.
The pro case.
The pro case. This idea was kind of created. We've been talking for weeks, like how he all of a sudden became the worst commissioner in sports, and how you can bitch about Goodell and Bettman and Manfred all you want, but what Silver's doing or not doing is causing problems. So we figured we are the firm here. We should probably use that to our advantage. I will take the case of Con. I will be why Adam Silver should be removed from his duties.
And I'm basically
as
just going to
commissioner.
feed you all the arguments.
No, I was, we were talking a little bit with some other peeps about this idea. And he who will not be named, or they will who will not be named, mentioned a lot of the things that are in your favor.
Yep.
And he didn't mention anything that I've already been thinking about. So this could be a lot of fun. Now, the question remains is what is the best way just logistically to go about this? Casey, you will be the judge presiding. So the only thing I know is in closing arguments, you will make a ruling on who you feel has presented the case. So how...
Just going to sabotage my case.
Because you secretly want Adam Silver to be removed?
I saw this coming.
I know. I was surprised he texted me. He was like, I'll do the pro. I was like, wow. Because I think we thought initially the easier case would be the anti.
Oh, God, yes.
Would be the con. And then you took it and I was like, oh, you said, I like the challenge. Then it instantly went in my brain. He's going to sacrifice. He's going to sabotage this, isn't he?
We'll hear you presenting evidence. I rest my case. He sucks.
Asked and answered.
Yeah.
Do you have any would you like to cross-examine the witness?
No.
We're good.
We're good here.
Defense rests.
Defense rests.
So I mean, what do we got to have in here? We got to have opening statements.
No, we got to go through it all.
Cross-examine. We interview each other because we don't have witnesses, right?
I mean, we could bring witnesses.
Who would be the witnesses?
I'm saying we could. Little expert witness action. See, this is going to be the first time we do this. Maybe next time we go all in.
And really round it out?
Really do it.
Can I get the deputy commissioner of the NBA on the phone?
I mean, that's who I would want running things.
Can I get the ghost of David Stern?
Yeah. Ooh, he sucks.
Patrick presents next to the stand. Bobby Marks, come on down. Danny, I'll counter that. Baxter Holmes. Wait a sec. I'm supposed to be pro.
Yeah, give me the glass breaking on that one. Oh my God, that's Baxter Holmes music. The David Stern line that will always live rent free was when he was at the All-Star game and he was telling guys to get in line. The line was
get in line, single file
no,
line, or
get
quit
in,
acting.
Yeah, get in. And it wasn't just about the All-Star game. It was just about the way the state of the game. Because David Stern
racially motivated.
No. This was state of the game type stuff. And that's what I always. Even though David Stern ruled with an iron fist and all those kind of things, he cared more about basketball than the business side of things. Now he did great things for the business side of things, but basketball was always the most important thing. But the line was something akin to, I can never remember exactly how it goes, but. Don't tell me about the bodies because I helped bury them.
Yeah.
Don't
took the onus on himself.
Yeah, don't sit here and tell me about where the bodies are buried. I know because I put some of them there. So don't come at me about, you only care about the money and you only care about this. It's no, dog.
Bro, if this thing goes down, I'm number one.
I'm the one who no. This is, I care. I give a damn.
I would like some of your ideas on how you think we should go about this. We'll have some fun. We'll do that in 10 Toes Down, 503-864-6326 or over on the YouTube. Yeah, I mean, it's, when we first created this show, Danny, you said it best. You were like, Harrison Meringue. Man, that sounds like a law firm. And we just ran with it.
Yeah, I legitimately said I brought this up when we were talking about the name, the idea of we could have a court case, but it was okay, how do we do that?
Yeah, and it's definitely not something that I want to do all the time.
No.
But we continue to talk about. Maybe our next one is in December.
Yeah.
Maybe our next one is
MLB work stoppage.
Lockout or no.
Yeah.
Well,
we have to move at the same speed that our criminal courts move at.
So push it down.
Yeah.
I know. Look, I arrested Casey with the gun in his hand and the dead body on the ground, and him saying I did it.
And there's a video of him doing it.
Yeah, he'll be on trial in February of 2027.
That sounds about right.
He's also pleaded his innocence.
But also in 3 weeks, we have Chauncey Billups going to court.
Oh, is that coming back?
Yeah, it's coming back.
Yeah. I mean, everything gets drawn out. But everybody has a right to a speedy trial.
Yeah, speedy trial.
Yeah, I don't want to do this all the time, but I think it'd be fun.
I think we could probably shoot for once a month.
Yeah, that many?
I mean, yeah.
I was wondering if it was more 2 a year.
No, I think we could do once a month.
All right.
We could build to it, an end of the month kind of a deal.
I can get a robe.
Ooh, there you go.
You could get a robe, yeah. Yeah, have you seen the magic hat that they've got?
Yeah, it's a really nice hat.
That's a really nice. I think
don't act like you don't have a robe and a gavel and an Aaron Judge jersey.
I don't.
All right.
I have a gavel. I don't have a robe.
Okay.
I think a listener made that hat.
No, it's a former employee.
Oh, really?
He's a P1, but yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He got. I think he got it from somewhere, but it's genuinely
legit.
nice.
It's super legit.
Yeah. We need good props.
We need props.
Good props matter. Look at the lowercase over there.
Like
show it off for all the
oh,
YouTubes.
very pretty, very
I
pretty.
mean, it's a legitimate like Mad Hatter top hat.
We should go one of these days. Do you remember Bulldog in the Frasier TV
Oh,
show?
yeah.
When he like rolled in with his cart.
Yes. Yes.
That's the most ridiculous. Is that so? When Frasier was out, like I don't think I was listening to sports talk radio. I think I was mostly music radio. Is that what it was like back then? Like the crazy stocks dude on TV?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Kramer,
who like blows things up. Is that how sports talk radio was a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah. You had the thing back then, like in the old days, you had the tapes to play your effects.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You had tapes. You had to like insert and like swap out and hot swap and have them ready. You couldn't just click a button to do the drop. Yeah.
Had to put that tape in for that.
Like the production was on the fly, and you had to almost kind of rehearse some of it.
I'd be sitting back here running back and
Yeah.
forth to the tape deck.
That's what Roz did in that show.
Yeah. That's what you had all the preloaded tapes.
Yeah, I'm like, that guy is doo-doo. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah.
Killing suspense or building suspense?
You had to know where they were
Yeah,
in
that's true.
the stack, and that way, like you.
And
could
they're
build
like
the
little
muscle memory.
8-track tapes. Yeah.
And if you played it through, you had to rewind it.
Yeah, I really there are some stations that still exist kind of like that that I would love to see. I want to go to KMHD. I want to see their setup.
Where's that?
Jazz station at Multnomah.
Oh, okay.
I want right, isn't that where it is? Mountain Hood Community College, excuse me. Boy, brain fart on that. Because they have like the most extensive jazz vinyl collection of stuff that's like not even digitized.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I just like want to see it and touch it. They're like, no.
No, you know Touchy.
What if I donate $1 million? Do I get a touchy?
You still know Touchy.
Ouch, yikes.
Oh, you do need a powdered wig too.
Yes.
We'll see about that one.
This is a big turnaround for one day.
There you go.
I should have been on
Powdered
this.
wigs is gonna get itchy in the headphones.
But you could be like that meme of Abe Lincoln with the headphones on, where he's got the stank face. So you could do it.
When we come back, let's get into 10 Toes Down.
Hey.
If you have any 10 Toes Down suggestions for our trial, as Adam Silver will be put to the test tomorrow, please text those in 503-864-6326. Plus any other fun 10 Toes you've got. That's next. 105.1 The Fan.
It's
Oh, wow, they're reviewing this. This poor Canadian chick gets just drilled into the boards.
Well, I think they're calling it for boarding, but I definitely think the Canadian has a concussion.
I
She
think
is
so,
rocked,
too.
But I don't think that's boarding. She shoulders her, and the Canadian plants.
Oh, here comes the.
We getting the penalty? It doesn't look like. Oh, she's calling boarding. Wow.
This game is still Canada up 1-0 in the gold medal game. About 6.5 minutes left in the third period, so it's all on the line here. This is 10 Toes Down. We do it every single Thursday at 12:15. Get yours in. We might have a little bit of room left. If you want to get those in, we'll double seggy it today. 503-864-6326 over on the YouTube chat as well. Let's see. Let's do some non-trial stuff, and we'll get to that in a moment. 10 Toes Down, Danny. Which sport would be the most entertaining to watch with the athletes all smoking heaters?
Baseball.
Why and why?
A pitcher blowing out a cloud of smoke as he's going through
The
his
wind out?
delivery.
Finishes the delivery and just.
I mean, any sport where you have to use both hands, so it's like dangling, would be great.
And basketball is a weird one because you'd have to put it, like as a shooter, you'd have to put it to the side.
Yeah, and I don't know. And basketball is tough because the cardio aspect of it.
You can keep it in the headband.
I can tell you right now what it is. Shooting.
Is that a sport? Are we counting that as a sport?
Well, yeah. Just think, we've already seen that.
Smoke hanging out your mouth.
Remember the guy in the Olympics, the Summer Olympics 2 years ago. Sitting there with everybody had their cyborg glasses on.
Oh, and he's just got the hand in the pocket.
Yeah, hand in the pocket. Just put a dart in his mouth, and you wouldn't even blink an eye.
Dude, he's only holding the gun with one hand. Why can't you have a smoke in the other?
But no, you put it in the lip. But like just sitting there, just chilling.
When I used to smoke and I would play the ukulele, I would either have it dangling from my mouth or you take it off, and you know how guitars have like strings that pop out?
And every time I see somebody do that, I want to slap the taste out of their mouth.
How did I know you were going to feel that way?
Drives me
How did I know?
nuts.
But it looks so cool, bro.
No, it's the
earthy.
Osbourne, yeah. It's so dumb.
It's earthy.
I hate that so much. Look at me, I'm Johnny Cash. No, you're not. Stop.
There was a time we were playing kickball. I was in an underdog league for kickball, and we were at a park, and I was playing second base, and I was ripping a heater out there. This is probably over a decade ago. And the ball got kicked straight up to me, and I was like, oh, crap. I just threw it in the mouth, caught it, threw it back to first, kind of did the old routine, catch the fly ball, and then you fire it around the diamond. And then the umpire goes, hey, bro, no, public park, you can't be smoking. And I wanted to be like, that guy's got a bottle of liquor on him.
Also, you're outdoors.
Right? Who cares?
Yes.
Who cares?
Look,
I think they were worried. I think the underdog early days were worried that like seeing intramural type leagues with adults at parks was going to like influence the kids to be real bad.
Look, man, I don't smoke. I'm a firm believer if you own a restaurant and you want to allow smoking, you should be able to.
Without a doubt.
Like I hate that every
put it on the door. Hey, we have a smoking section.
Which is
we
our
are
whole
smoking
building.
friendly.
Yeah, like if you want to allow that, you allow that. I don't want to go in there because they smoke. Then don't go in there.
Yeah, I wonder if there'd be less fights at bars if you could smoke inside still. Because then you got to go outside and you're in the elements and, brochacho gets loosened up.
Yeah, but then you got more people doing the intimidation, blow smoke in your face type deal.
Yeah.
Which I'd argue.
Then it turns into Roadhouse.
Which I'd argue is good.
So,
Roadhouse.
Casey, you're going with baseball. You're going with shooting.
No.
I think I'm going to stick to my personal experience. I'm going to go with kickball, which is baseball adjacent.
Sure.
But I like it that it's a sport. I don't know.
There's a terrible football movie. Is it The Replacements? Where a guy's ripping. Oh, the kicker.
Yeah, the kicker on
the kicker's ripping.
He's British, isn't he?
Yeah.
Or he's Australian?
No, he's British, Irish, Scottish. I can't remember which one it was, but
something Eastern.
I mean, I think I've seen
he was in Train Spotting. Isn't it Reese Evans or something like that?
Isn't there a famous picture? Is it Joe Namath ripping a cigarette on the sidelines?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was normal on the sidelines, but I'm talking in action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll bet you, like, back in the day, and when
yeah.
four-bagger,
Yeah.
those guys
Baseball?
all smoke cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
Every single one of
Yeah.
them.
And back then, you had to roll your own.
I mean,
sitting in the outfield, rolling your cigarette.
Why not? All right, I'm convinced. I'm with Casey. It's
yeah,
baseball.
it probably is baseball. But
Yeah,
like,
can you imagine you're sitting out there just ripping a heater?
I mean, back then, doctors prescribed cigarettes. Doctors were doing advertisements. I love Marlboros because the taste is delicious.
You got a couple lefties up in a row. You're the right fielder. You're like, man, these guys, or the left fielder. You're like, man, these guys are all pull hitters. You know,
I'm good.
I'm good. Just light one up here.
You imagine though, it's like,
I mean, Manny Ramirez once went into the Green Monster to get high.
I mean, just imagine that you're sitting out there in left field and you're thinking, there's no way this ball is going to come here, and you open your pouch, your little tobacco pouch, and you have enough for one cigarette, and all of a sudden the ball hits you, and you're like, damn it! And you got to throw it away.
Well, you throw it because you know the center fielder's got some too.
Yeah, you're like, oh, come on, somebody's got to have some.
Let's put this on its head. Now, this texter did not ask either. What's the sport if it's the marijuana?
Well, I mean, it's snowboarding.
But they already do
No,
that.
it's basketball.
See, I kind of want basketball, and not as a stereotype because that is probably one of the more smoker-friendly leagues. But I feel like, but
I can tell you a dozen players right now who play high.
Yes, but can you imagine the game just slowing down?
Yeah,
like now we're literally just like walking the ball up the court.
Turnovers go through the roof.
Numbers
are crazy.
No, they don't, because I'm telling you right now, there is a staggering number of players who play high. Staggering number of players who play high.
Zach's mentioning golf with cigarettes. It kind of already is.
That's already there.
Cigars, cigarettes, that's kind of already built in.
What's interesting is when you watch a guy like with a cigar or a heater just put it in the corner of his lip and take his swing. Like doesn't miss, like John Daly.
Yeah.
Like doesn't miss a beat. You know how long you have to do that to get comfortable doing that? I had a buddy who worked for my dad for a long time. When he would smoke a cigarette, he would put it in the back of his teeth. And he would just talk to you and be like, ding, da, ding, da, ding, da, ding, and just dancing the whole time. But he would smoke with his everything. He would always have his hands free because my dad works in a blue-collar industry. So you're always working with your hands. And so it didn't matter. Like he would just have that thing in the back of his teeth the whole time. And I was like, how do you do that?
Back when I used to smoke cigarettes, for the longest time, you get to a point where the cigarette will just sit and stay on your bottom.
It kind of like, because your lip gets dry.
It's like that perfect dry.
And then it becomes
where just sits
adhesive
there forever.
You also just kind of carve out a little spot. Like, look, I'm not, adverse to this. I chewed for 20 years.
Yeah.
I can smuggle a kilo of Coke in the left side of my lip. You can't even see it. Like, there's pictures of me where it looks like I have a little dip in, and it's half a can in just one side. And people are like, somebody would see me, pack a dip and like how much I would take. Mm-hmm. And they were just like, there's no way. And I would put it in there. It was like a kangaroo pouch. Like, how did you get that much chew in there? I'm like, I've been chewing for 20 years, man.
Is it terrible that I want to see NASCAR drivers in joints?
Yes, that's a problem.
I do not advocate substance driving.
No.
But like, if nobody can get hurt, and all of a sudden we're doing 300 miles an hour, and here Casey Smith comes around in the final lap, leading the pack at 42 miles per hour.
I'm going the speed limit.
Casey's driving. He's got his hand out the window, like just waving to everybody.
We got a little bit of Olympics breaking news as the U.S. women's hockey team has just tied it up in the gold medal game against Canada.
With a minute and a half to go, and it's a mad dash now to try to prevent overtime, because I don't know if you want that 3-on-3.
Ooh, buddy. It is exciting, though.
We'll keep an eye on this, as this will finish up in a moment. We'll come back with a little more 10 toes down. We'll finish up with some of that and how we're feeling about the trial, how that should go down more right here. But first, there's Casey with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, the U.S. women's Olympic hockey team is currently facing off against Canada for the gold medal game. This will mark the 7th Olympic final between the North American rivals, and we are all tied up at 1 apiece as we have a minute left here in the third period. Some more Olympics for you as the women's freestyle free ski qualifier on the half pipe is coming up later this afternoon. Later on, we'll get the best of curling at around 2 p.m., leading us into re-airs of this morning's coverage if you missed any. Over to the NFL as longtime Browns offensive lineman Wyatt Teller said goodbye to the city of Cleveland in an Instagram post on Wednesday, letting the team know he won't be making a return to the Browns in 2026. Teller at age 31 has been named to 3 Pro Bowls and 3 All-Pro teams in 7 seasons. Some more NFL news for you as right tackle for the Eagles, Lane Johnson, confirmed to ESPN that he will be returning for a 14th season. Johnson, a potential first-ballot Hall of Famer, missed the final 7 games of the regular season, as well as the Eagles' playoff loss to San Francisco with a Liz Frank injury. Lastly, your Oregon Ducks host the Youngstown State Penguins inside PK Park this afternoon. First pitch just after 2 o'clock as lefty Toby Twist will get the start on the bump for the Ducks. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for Seahawks football, the Fan Sports
Rocking 10 toes down here on a Thursday, as we always do. You know, this person on the YouTube chat is telling me that 2 NBA players bought weed from his friend at his dispensary. His username is Clyde. 10 toes down. His buddy's name is Cliff.
I mean,
it matches, right?
Uncle Spliffy.
Is this Clyde Drexler in the YouTube chat, and his buddy Uncle Spliffy is rocking it? Has anybody had any Uncle Spliffy weed? I haven't.
No. I mean,
He's got his own brand?
He did.
Well, I don't know if he had his own brand or if he was just selling dispensaries, like out of dispensaries. I don't know that.
I mean,
There's so much weed to buy in this city that I have no idea.
I know there are players in the league who have family members or associates that run farms.
Sure.
Like,
I tried to convince my father-in-law to get into it, but you can't bank.
well, I mean, it's the industry is so rife with production that there's no money in it anymore.
Not anymore, no.
I mean, this state alone burned like a couple $1 billion worth of it. Was it like 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
It was like the supply is just.
It's so cheap right now.
Yeah.
It's so cheap right now.
So there's that.
Which sport would be better played on ice, baseball or basketball? I mean, basketball on ice is hockey.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. Although I don't think you'd want anybody getting airborne on skates.
How would you hit the ball in baseball on skates?
Very carefully.
Now, in the outfield.
Tracking it down.
Now, Savannah Bananas on ice skates in baseball. Got to do a triple axel while catching the ball in the air.
Don't give Yellow Tux Jesse any ideas right now.
Now, that's a great idea.
That might be a Winter Classic coming.
That's a great idea. But I don't know how you hit the baseball. But again, I mean, stealing a base, you just start speed skate sprinting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
You got to have Benny the Jet Rodriguez
out
there.
You would have to.
Yeah, that takeoff has to be.
You would have to enlarge the base paths. Like, it can't be 90 feet.
You think you have to enlarge them?
I do, because I think after 3 steps, you're faster than a normal person running.
Oh, I think the takeoff slows you down so much.
You think so?
I think you also have to put the catcher on skates for the throwdown.
Ooh. Catcher gets spikes.
I mean, kind of like a goalie.
Yeah, I know.
Goalie is on skates and does move around well.
Yeah, but I think the movement is also a little bit more.
You remember in the XFL when you could run for the kickoff before we realized that you'll kill people's brains?
Well,
could you do that as a pitcher? You start skating and then you get to the point and then you throw?
I mean, you have that in Canadian football. Wide receivers can be running forward.
Oh, arena football does that too. Yeah.
So, yeah, you imagine the force generated. Good gravy.
Yeah, dude.
You'd have the mound, but would be like a spot where you could stick your skate. Oh my God, you'd tear so many ACLs. I just thought about that. Like you just sprint and like plant that hard.
Yeah, I think I take baseball. No, I don't think 10 toes down. I take baseball because basketball. I kind of already have that in hockey.
I take basketball just because
5-on-5
blades up in the air, death, carnage, murder.
Oh, because you are jumping. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
People just doing the Iron Lotus on every play.
Yeah.
Dude, talk about a triple axel dunk competition.
Get old Kenny Wu out there just spinning around, throwing it down.
Dunk competition would be wild.
Yeah.
Dunks in general. Can you imagine you're LeBron, heels LeBron, and you're on ice skates and you start baseline to baseline? You get that momentum going, take off at the free throw line and just bam. Okay, that would be sexy.
Wemby.
I'm still going baseball.
Okay.
10 toes down. This might be a little controversial, but why not? If you were forced to work with Neil O'Shea on a project, would you rather have to be a debate format with him defending his moves as Blazer GM or fighting him in a charity boxing match?
Boxing match.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, not me. He's like 3 times my size.
Neil's a pretty decent sized dude.
I can debate.
Probably 6'2", 6'3".
I can debate. You're going to see this tomorrow. Like, I'm not bad.
Oh, I can too.
My friends have put me through 2 tribunals in my life, and I lost one of them. But everybody was like, dude, you won, except for you're completely wrong, so you lost.
Yeah.
But the other one, I was in the complete wrong, and I won that.
There you go.
I told my friends that if I didn't guide my boat down this crazy river in Idaho, that I would donate my boat to the group. And my boat is like $3,300, all things. There is video evidence of it. It was the day after Thanksgiving, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I am literally holding a bottle of Jameson, and I did not fulfill that promise.
Ooh.
So at our next rafting trip, I was put on trial.
Oh.
We had a tribunal. 3 of our friends who we felt were the most non-biased, they sat, and there was myself, the defense, and there was the prosecution. Thank you. And the prosecution had me dead to rights. They had the video. They had video evidence. They could prove that I didn't do this.
Can you get a buoy on a raft?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
Very much so. And yeah, paddle, if you have a paddle in your hand and you're drunk, that's a buoy.
Interesting.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I don't really drink on the boat. It's not
smart.
As fun. And these guys had the video evidence. They tried to set up a speaker system. Dude, we had 30 people. It was like the people in the rafters at To Kill a Mockingbird.
There you
They
go.
keep coming back to this movie and book. It was a wild thing. And the prosecution got so drunk that they could not
Mistrial?
present the case, and I literally walked up and I said, the defense rests.
Oh.
And I won.
There you go.
I won.
There
I
you go.
still own that boat.
Well, as far as boxing matches go or debate, I could exercise some demons. Exercise some demons?
Dude, he's a big guy. I'm not saying you couldn't. I'm just saying, like, I'm out on it
That's
because, I mean, what is he, 6'4"?
6'3", 6'4".
6'3",
yeah.
6'4", bro. I'm 5'6", and
Yeah.
I've never been in a fight in my
I'm
life.
saying, you're saying boxing? I'm getting jabbed to death.
Yeah, dude.
I'll get on the inside also. I've got a 6'6" wingspan.
I do not
I have freakishly long arms.
I do not have that.
You're
Yeah.
a loser.
It happens.
Yeah, it does. I don't know where all those. I don't. Know
I'm
where
willing
all
to
those
take
are.
a jab to land the uppercut. Let's go down that path.
That is 10 Toes Down. We do it every single Thursday at 12:15. We come back. Closing arguments. Send you on your way. 105.1 The Fan.
It's time for Easy Play, brought to you by Home Z, making home improvement easy.
Hughes for Boldy. Now Quinn Hughes. We played 3.5 minutes in overtime. Quinn Hughes shoots. He scores! He scores! Quinn Hughes in overtime wins it, and the United States will move on and face Slovakia in the semis.
That's Kenny Albert on the call on NBC. I love that the audio of that. You can hear the puck hit the post. This big old thing. It's like louder than a baseball hitting a college baseball metal bat. That thing was amazing. USA advances. They will take on, who do they take on tomorrow? Slovakia tomorrow for a shot in the gold medal game. Women's tied 1-1 headed to overtime against Canada right now. This Easy Play brought to you by Homesy. Use Homesy's online calculator to estimate your project instantly. Make it easy. Call Homesy. That's Homze. Homesy.com.
We just finished our roof and siding with Homesy. I got a clear itemized estimate from
All right, that's going to do it for us. Closing Arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit leskinlaw.com for more information. As we've been teasing throughout this hour, Danny and I will finally put this show to the test. We will have our first trial tomorrow in the Big Nooner. It will be, what's the best way to describe this? The NBA fans v. Adam Silver.
The people versus Adam Silver.
The people versus Adam Silver. I will represent the people.
Mm-hmm.
You will represent Adam Silver. You got this, buddy. You got this.
I just don't like it.
This text in terms of setup logistics. Each lawyer gets a segment to argue their case. One segment for both lawyers' rebuttal. Closing arguments for Casey's judgment. Something similar like that. I mean, I kind of had, opening statements, and then we could interview each other in the next segment. And then I was thinking the third would be retorts to that interview, plus any fan thoughts, any listener thoughts out there. And then, I mean, closing arguments. I mean, like Leskin Law. I mean, it's brought to you literally. It's on a piece of paper.
Built in there.
Thoughts, comments? Is that the structure?
I like it.
I like the sound of it.
We like the sound of it. Although I hate that we have like homework to do tonight. I mean, I kind of don't like that.
Oh, last minute cram session.
Yeah, I like the idea of just showing up to work and just microphone goes on. Hi, friends, and
we're off.
Fast forward 3 hours later, and leskinlaw.com for more information. Case is in my head. He's saying like, "Hey, we're gonna get out of this time." I'm like, "Sweet, that's in 7 minutes."
Simple. It's a simple thing.
Sit here and wait out the clock.
There you go. I get to do an unboxing.
What's that?
We're gonna do a little unboxing from the little care packages we got for the
What do you
old
mean?
socials.
Oh, you're doing that after
Yeah.
this? Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys. Coming up on the program tomorrow, a lot of NBA talk, to be honest. We'll spend the first hour kind of in the NBA. Blazers
We're back
in action, so that'll be exciting. We'll try to see if we gain any information tonight on Shaden, the calf issue, see if there's anything floating out there about City or Caleb Love, that kind of stuff, and just looking forward to the season. I know we talked a little bit on Tuesday. I know you did some yesterday. But, we're here in the sprint now and see if the Blazers can make the playoffs. There's comments, more debate about how the league should fix itself, not related to our trial case necessarily, but maybe doing something similar to what another league does. The GMs and how they are looking at this draft. We'll continue to cover that. We'll have Steve Cangialosi on. He will be on the Apple TV call for the Timbers game on Saturday. Let's do a little bit of Timbers tomorrow. Not a ton, but it's opening season, so we'd like to have some fun with that. Web Gems as well. Anything else we're missing today? Sounds like the Bears are going to Indiana. Chicago
as far
Bears.
as the stadium, yeah.
Stadium, going to be in Indiana.
Oh, we also did have the Lakers announcing that they're packing the bus's stuff up for them. We didn't get to that.
Yeah, and I asked you this question, like, does the casual, like, Reddit NBA fan, do they like Jeannie Buss? She's kind of hot.
Yeah.
She's been there for a while.
Got him some titles.
She's married to Phil.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
are they still? They
no,
were? Oh,
no, with
she's-
Jay Moore.
I was going to say, she's with she's with Jay Moore? Has he aged well? She's aging well.
I mean, good for her.
Yeah.
He's doing fine.
Yeah.
Jeannie Buss. You could do a lot worse than Jeannie Buss. Yeah, so I was curious if people were into her, if they liked her tenure.
Fine.
Titles?
Sure. The for those that don't know who Len Rosen is, he's taking over as the director of business operations, or president of business operations for the Lakers. He's been running the Dodgers for the last 13 years.
I think they've done all right in the last 13 years.
Did they make $1 billion on just Shohei alone?
Yes.
Last year?
They've
Okay.
already paid off that debt. Casey, I'll ask you, as our resident Yankee fan, how do you feel about the Steinbrenners now that old Georgie's gone? I mean, I guess you weren't really alive for George, a lot of it.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't really alive for most of that.
But do you Yankee fans, are they, because it's Hank in charge, and no, Hal's in charge. Hank passed away, correct? Is that how that is?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm curious in that situation. It's like that Stephen Shoddy thing. And he was like, I'm not giving this to my kids. It's too much work.
It causes generational strife.
Yeah, and we've been chatting a little bit on the YouTube today about the Yankees and their situation. Hal runs it very, very different than his old man did. His old man would throw money at it. If there was a problem, you throw money at it. to where the Yankees seem to be a lot more fiscally conservative from a Yankee standpoint.
Well, they're cash strapped in today's economy. That's the big deal. The Lakers side of this thing is interesting because we wondered what it was going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Jeannie, it was the messaging. Jeannie will still be a part of this. I mean, remember, Mark Cuban was still going to be a part of the Mavs too. And as we see with the Celtics ownership, they're going to continue to be part of things. Like, you don't pay $10 billion for something
and not have full control.
So we're going to bring in our guy who's made the Dodgers this global superpower of sports business. We're going to have him come in and run this other global superpower of business.
He took a major market team and made it more valuable and more marketable. That's crazy.
That might be the most difficult thing to do because there's market saturation and all the things that kind of come with that.
I know the Sunrise guys have been giving you a lot of grief about your Yankee hats of late. By the way, don't take that S from them, all right?
They're great.
But, like, can you imagine making the Yankee logo more synonymous? Like, how? That's one of the most recognizable logos I've ever seen in my entire life. And not even just as the Yankees, as the city of New York.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers hat's that way with LA.
Like the only
you can make that more profitable.
I think the only
you can
logo
make that bigger
in business that you can argue is bigger globally, it's Golden Arches.
McDee's?
I'd probably say it's the Star. Cowboys.
Nah, McDonald's is global.
McDee's is global.
Yeah.
When you talk about this country, if you're from anywhere else, one of the first things that comes up. It's one of the literal first things that comes up.
Right.
It's the most synonymous logo in the world of business, at least.
But to answer your question, I don't really have a problem with Steinbrenner as much as I have a problem with Brian Cashman.
Right, but Cashy ain't going anywhere because he protects all them.
Exactly. So
Got to have a fall guy.
Yeah, having the fall guy is usually easy scapegoat, but I don't know. I just don't like Cashman.
And I don't blame. It's Hal, right? Hal's in charge. Hank's the one that passed.
Yeah, Hank passed. Hal's running it.
Hal's running it. I don't blame it. I mean, George, for better or for worse, was a meddling owner that for a while couldn't do anything in the 80s.
And then couldn't stop winning.
And then couldn't win again.
I like having periods of can't stop winning. Those are fun.
I would like that for my team.
Yeah, periods of look. I mean, I had it in college. It was a lot of fun, and then I had it with the Kings, and then I had it with the Cardinals. It was a lot. It's a lot more fun than the other side of things.
That's the truth.
Yeah, periods of beating the crap out of people and winning multiple titles is super fun.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy it. It's one of those things where I highly suggest you find a team that does that. It's a lot more fun than 100 years without it.
I'm curious what the Yankees will do when they get out of Stanton's contract. I'm curious what the Lakers do when they get out of LeBron.
Well, yeah,
I don't really mean to open that can of worms, but I don't think LeBron's back next year.
No. Do you want to see that? Because he's not going to be there next year.
Yeah. But that's $50 million on your books alive.
Yeah, but
you're going to give it to Austin Reeves?
Well, you're not getting $50 million in cap space either. That's the thing.
Right,
so,
right.
Apparently we're behind on something.
They're hooting and hollering.
They're hooting and hollering out there. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, sweet Jesus. Woo! Whoa! Spoiler alert, turn your dial down if you're one of those spoilers because we're giving this one. Team USA women's hockey in overtime. My goodness, one-on-one. Splits the legs with the deke, hits her with the Kyrie, and buries it 5-hole in overtime. USA! 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 Man!
That's it, my friends.
That was filth.
Yeah, everybody loves a little drama overtime.
Coming full circle. One-on-one competition, one-on-one on the break. Hits her with the hezzy.
Closing arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit LeskinLaw.com for more information. Leskin Law's one-day divorce mediation. Peace treaties, not war plans. USA, we'll catch you tomorrow. For Danny Morang, that's Casey Smith. I'm Patrick Harris. Go do something I would do.
USA! USA! Bye.